I'm assuming you have a
Welcome back to Extra Life Stream. We're back with Baldur's Gate.
you have a good intensify.
I have intensify.
Yes, we'll do it.
Anything else you need?
Yeah. Wait, this is the same one.
To be honest, if you've got Kavat mod spare as well, because I haven't bred a Kavat yet, so I don't know where they drop and stuff.
Kavat mods basically drop from cats that the Hyekas.
But yeah, it's Kubro and Kavat mods I'm looking at the moment. Why is everyone else silent?
Because they're trying to figure out settings in the game.
All around the world,
Everything.
statues crumble for me.
Okay, so I'll be doing Baldur's Gate. Original was released in 1998. This is the enhanced edition, released 2012. Let's do pre-generate character.
Yeah, I'd say turn up the microphone.
Have the mic.
Yeah, because you are quiet.
Yeah.
How's that?
Give me ammo case. I already have a max one of that.
I don't know
How's
what
that?
you need.
I don't need
What I
anything.
have.
I'm just
Oh.
giving this to you.
I just have to put something in for it to work.
Yeah, that sounded better.
Yeah? Okay. I'll do health.
Thank you, Shaik. I can stop farming Kubros now. I just can't get Link armor. I've been sat there for like an hour and everything's dropping except for the damn armor one.
Need to be one. Need to be textures.
Alright, I'm gonna drop out of the call again.
Okay.
Okay.
Skills. Crossbow.
Alright, so who's playing Baldur's Gate?
Jam.
So I'm James. James.
James Jam.
James Jam, whatever. That guy.
He's the one that appears in the team category on Discord as Jam.
Yes.
Is that because you're jammy?
So the story behind that, my buddy's little brother came up one day and he's like, "Hey James, what rhymes with James?" Like, I don't know, James, I guess? Like Sames? I don't know. He goes, "Jam," and walks away.
Well,
So that's where the nickname came from.
that's funny, but it's also lame, man.
It really is.
Well, it could be worse. You could have been nicknamed an STD all through high school.
This is true.
You could have been, well, you could have been named after a student aid.
Yeah, but I was called AIDS through high school. When you hear the term AIDS, what jumps to mind immediately?
Student aid.
uh,
Basically, sheltered child aided.
yeah, no, but that's not what everyone meant.
Yeah, I know that now, because I didn't start hearing about that until
Your life
high school.
Well, one of my friends did try to lessen the blow by being nicknamed West Nile for a while.
Who'd willingly name themselves West Nile?
Well, Phil, you remember that, right? Is Phil there?
No, he left.
Well, he knows the story about it behind it.
What exactly am I missing here? Export? No? Import? No? Like, why can't I create party?
Are you trying to go online with other people, James?
No. It's a single-player game.
Huh.
I'm Solus, male elf assassin. Create. Do a half check?
Criteria that you haven't met yet?
Okay, now I'm back. Oh, that was a game. Import character file. There he is. So I did that backwards. L2. Name good. There we go. I have to do this 5 more times? I'm going through this blind, otherwise I probably should have done this before the stream.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
You could just name them all.
You
Like
guys-
you could just go like Rogie Rogue and
Or you could have just put everyone's name that's there.
Or you could have done what Morbo did. Puny Human number 1, Puny Human number 2, Puny Human number 3, Richard Nixon.
This is
Number
true.
4.
The problem is this is using Dungeons and Dragons, I think 2 rules way back when. So I have to actually go through and do the character stats for every single one.
Ow.
Well, I'll have you guys help me make characters, I guess. Human, elf, half-elf, dwarf, halfling, gnome, or half-orc.
Dwarf.
Darn it, you beat me to it.
What's our
and
dwarf
his
gonna
name
be?
shall be
Fighter, cleric-
Beardy McBeardface.
Wait, what?
Beardy McBeardface. Good.
No, I was gonna say Torbjorn.
Beardy McBearderton.
Beardy McTor? No, that doesn't work. Fighter, cleric, thief, fighter, cleric, or fighter, thief.
It would be fighter cleric because hammer healing his turrets.
Yeah. Fighter cleric.
Torbjorn would be lawful good.
Maybe?
Maybe neutral good. He kind of just does what he thinks is good.
Well, he was part of Overwatch, so I think he might have been chaotic good. I don't know.
All right, let's make him chaotic good. There we go. That's weird. Okay. So his strength is maxed. No, Torbjorn would be more kind of dexy, like ranged, wouldn't he?
In Karen.
I don't know. I don't play Overwatch.
Checking the messages.
Yeah, let's keep that. Skills. He will have a Warhammer. No, I can't really take any range stuff. And, you can go weapon style. You can have a whole bunch. Sling and a flail style. Memorize. He will have cure light wounds because I don't want to die.
Magic missile.
He's got
Or whatever targets.
bright orange hair. And pink skin. Sure. Done. There's now 3.
Time for a bit of the roof and...
No.
got this coming!
There we go. And we've got Beardy McBeardface.
Love it.
Come on. Done. Accept. Character number 3. Make a woman this time. That will work. Neutral. So Phil's back. I didn't realize before, otherwise I should have probably done it ahead of time. I
Oh,
have to
statting a character.
make 6
Characters.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
It's literally
so I can't-
make your party.
Aurora.
Right.
Wow.
Rangers
Didn't
and
know that.
rogues. Dex.
Sounds pretty fun.
Rangers, Dex, Wisdom, Rogues, Charisma, and Dex.
Yeah.
Wizard,
So-
you want Intelligence, and... I think it is.
Wait, what are you making right now?
An illusionist.
I was gonna say, if you're making a rogue, you have to name
Illusionist
it
and
Grant, because if the person does bad,
Do I have to name it which?
no, I mean if you're creating a elf rogue
Mm-hmm.
and they were doing everything poorly, you would have to rename them Grant,
Grant. Okay.
because in Team 4 Stars at the table, the new guy to D&D is a half-elf rogue, and he is getting all the worst rolls on the planet.
Nice. So I'll make a rogue with main stats in intelligence and wisdom.
No, he statted for rogue, and it was just like, nah, you're gonna roll shit.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he gets all the worst rolls. Like the third or second session near the end or beginning. No, wait, no, it was the third nearing the end. They had to fight a bunch of birds. Yeah, he got the brutal assault of the macaws.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying things and rogues don't go together.
Yeah, because no, they were all on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically they bonked him with their beaks, and yeah, he got unconscious quickly.
Hate coming up with names.
Then the next session, and they have to fight like a bunch of mosquitoes the size of cats. Yeah, the first crust. Yeah, the moment one of the actual players gets unstuck from a thing, he tries to shoot past. Grant tries to shoot past the other player's character to hit a larger mosquito, like the size of a large dog. Yeah, no, it decides to go into the other character's neck.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's bad luck.
Shit rolls for days.
What should a shaman do? Orbs. Darts. The Layla. Definitely. Armor of Faith.
Shillelagh.
Very green.
Get over here.
Also, the one known as Aurora that's in the team suggested elf wizard Taco.
Taco.
Do not call it taco. I will
Sorry.
kill you.
Taako.
Yeah, don't call it that. I had a wizard called Taco. He was annoying as hell.
It's have any of you seen the Adventure Zone?
He then just disappeared on it.
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. These three brothers run a D&D campaign with their dad, and it's pretty well done. One of the characters is Taco, and he's a retard. But he's the wizard, so he does wizardy stuff.
He's a character. Yeah, he's a character from Adventure Zone.
I can... Oh, mage. Mage is close enough. Who is this? What I think?
I don't know. Is it what you think it is?
Alright. Wild mage. Excellent. With any luck, you'll blow up in a fireball.
Oh God.
I would say... Taco is chaotic neutral. Okay, good, chaotic neutral. Chaotic good. Taco's weak as shit. Intelligence, but he's not very wise. He's charismatic. It's quarterstone. Burning hand. What? Friends? Why would I want friends? I'm not here to make friends. Orb and whatever this thing is. Knowledge, breakfast, glamour. That is sufficiently fruity for an elf mage.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Death to you all! Your life ends here.
You got this coming! Let's give them a...
There you go, Taco.
God damn it.
I've got one more character. Sure. Okay, so I've got 2 elves, a gnome, a half-orc, a dwarf. Let's do a halfling. Halfling fighter. Inside. I was going to assume it's a samurai type class. Here. Shield. Bobs. And Master Swords. Appearance. Sure.
Now you're going to be sorry!
How to spell in that.
nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of
Now the game
Candlekeep
gets to
houses
finally
the
start.
finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere
20 years
walls,
old, starting
under the
in the Sword
tutelage of the
Coast.
sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers.
Like that. Here we are. So, journal. Find Gorion. Find our foster father. And he's probably just out getting smokes.
What would you have me do?
Where's he? What's in here?
Well.
Is it on there?
Very well. Hello, child. Shall we continue your lessons?
I've been asked to teach some more advanced principles of movement. Advanced principles like using stairs. How to pick items up off the ground. Yeah, I think I got this advanced stuff down.
Yay!
Very well.
Okay, find Gorion. Not going there, but this guy seems to be guarding it.
Hello, child.
Peter.
Shall we
I understand you may
continue
benefit
your
from knowledge of
lessons?
adventure specialty. No,
Your wish? Very well.
for you. Where are you, guarding?
I could take Drizzt with both my arms tied behind my
Winthrop
back.
kept his price as low as he could, but I expect that to change. It's been weeks since the trading caravan was made. Thanks for the update.
All right, all right.
I should have joined the army.
What a mead-filled night. That hall was just too much. Poor Sap had to go man the gate this morning, too. Don't know how he does it. What can I do for you, anyways? I'm just nosing about.
Hurry up. All right, all right.
People don't seem to have too much to say. Bunkhouse. So I'm assuming all the green guys in green robes are tutors. Let's go into the castle.
Hey, it's me, Emmoen.
Do I know you? I'm surprised the Stuffield Gorion let you away from your studies and chores. But old Fiddlefaddle has snuck off too. The Puffgots Winthrop, old Puffgots Winthrop, was looking for me, but I've got all day to do his chores. You have time for a story today? No, I can tell you don't. What have you been up to? Afraid I can't chant, little one. My foster father wishes me to prepare for a journey. Sorry, child, but I am not to tell anyone what I'm doing. I must go. You should not worry. You should not tarry about either. Winthrop will want the beds turned down after you're done the stables. I know that. I have no time to waste on you. Who's this?
Oh, my child,
it's Gorion.
I am glad I have found you.
This is very unnerving. I know, but you must trust me. It is very important that you pack your possessions, that we may leave the Candlekeep immediately. Hurry, for there is no time to tarry. The keep is well protected, but not invulnerable. Okay. Where will I be going? Alas, I cannot, for I have not truly decided. Okay, you're sending me somewhere and you just don't know where you're sending me. Just open a portal and throw me through, and wherever I land, I land. Although the surface, we will be far safer on the move. Perhaps the woods might offer some secluded security, or perhaps the city of Baldur's Gate would offer cover amidst its teeming throngs of people. I do not know where we shall end up, but I have a few friends here and there. I will think on this.
I don't think you were here for this moment when James showed up, and I showed him my key Swiss Army knife.
I can't keep
he was like, I have one
obstacle
too.
for ne'er-do-well.
He pulled out the
It's not
exact same one I
insurmountable.
had.
No matter how thick the mesh, at least one mosquito always finds its way through. And my child, we must leave as soon as possible, for our safety and for that of our friends here. Alright, let's just go.
Remember that invisible road?
Sorry, James.
Listen
I
carefully.
didn't mean to.
If we ever become
That's okay.
separated, it is imperative that you make your way to
No,
the friendly
I'm not sure if I should be reading everything just yet or not, because this game's gonna have a lot of text.
That's the problem. It's hard to discern whether you could or not. I would suggest if it's very lot of text,
the night can only get
paraphrase.
worse, so we must find shelter soon. Don't worry. I'll explain everything as soon as
Or maybe just, because we're going to record it so people can rewatch it whenever. Oh, somebody's watching.
Wait,
oh, Psychotic.
we are in an ambush.
That's right,
Prepare
Laura.
yourself.
Yes.
Oh, whoops. Hi, Laura. Your parrotlet is adorable. I see it on
Hand over your
Facebook all
ward
the time.
and no one will be hurt. If you resist, it shall be a waste of your life.
Oh, reward.
You're a
Reward
fool
me?
if you believe I would trust your benevolence. Step aside and you and your lackeys will be unhurt.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, old man.
I'm certain to die immediately.
They're doing coordinated dance moves.
Yay!
That scene went on way too long.
The dawn is especially cruel this morning. You awake with the realization that you have not been living some horrible
So did like
dream.
half your group die already?
You saw Gorion cut down before your eyes.
I think
even
so.
his powerful magic could not stop the onslaught. It was his
Foster
wish
Dad
that you
just got
flee, but
blown
that
up,
does not remove
literally.
the feeling of
I
helplessness
don't know where
that
the
now
rest of us are
overwhelms
because there
you.
was only one
Hand
character
over your
shown. Like I
ward,
made 6.
The armored fiend had
It
said.
might have
He was
been
after
the
you
party
and you alone.
thing
But
where
why?
only one is
It
shown.
collapses you down
Gorion
to
had
1.
given
Yeah.
some clue. But now you are alone
With
and lost.
Candlekeep
Candlekeep is near, but
Orion
you will
got blown
find no
up.
quarter
His
there.
half magic cannot
The
stop the
readers pay
onslaught.
for their serenity with rather draconian entry rules, and without Gorion's influence, their doors will remain closed.
The group is apparently
you will
after
not
us.
last long on your own with your meager equipment.
Yeah, if only Gorion had
Perhaps
given
you
some
can get
clue.
some
If he,
help from
you
the
know, maybe
friends
not
Gorion
talking
mentioned,
riddles all
the
damn
ones
time.
at the friendly arm.
I'm gonna send you away, but I do not know where. Thanks.
Yeah, send you to your death.
Hey, it's me, Emmoen.
Oh, that's the rest of them. Oh, good, you followed me. I thought I told you I didn't want anything to do with you. Oh yeah, I followed you, but I never get out of Candlekeep. And those monks are such a bore. Never any decent coin in their pockets, neither. Saw Gorion, and I am so sorry you found it. Kinda figured something bad might happen to you out here. So you're only just catching up with me now? Didn't get held? You read a letter on his desk. Not anticlimactic. So never let a friend stick. Okay, so she's coming along. Oh, remove. Did I not have to make 6 people?
I don't know.
I think it's good. I think it was a good idea that you did because it looks like 4 out of 6 of the people you had died.
It feels like
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Who should we replace?
Dude, you're weakening.
Replace the body.
That's it.
Now what?
Oh, so it's just
Do
shy
you
of
want
900.
me back in the party?
Wait, did you do darkest yet?
Wait, no, that was my warrior.
Yeah. Because there's dark.
It'd be nice if
darker,
it like
and dark
told
best.
me who I was selecting.
Uh-huh. You're a queer
Did
fellow.
everybody go to sleep? Oh no, Kai and Brendan, you're still here. Okay.
No, weirdly, I'm still awake.
Hey. Let me drop my-
As
my-
everyone else just like fell asleep in the background.
Oh, whoops.
What would you have?
What you want?
Let's get going. I accidentally took her out of the character. Aiden's an AFK of Doom.
Yeah, that means he's been idle for too long.
Yeah.
More than 50 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, we don't need the shaman. This one?
Mike is randomly posting some stuff from background.
Yeah? What do you want?
Reinhardt!
Beardy McBeard face. Yeah.
It looks so much like Reinhardt, holy crud.
What? What are you laughing at?
Oh no, just
Shrek is still good looking. He was just watching the video. What's wrong?
Here, I will give you these.
You're on headphones? Oh. Oh, I do have Bluetooth.
I'm gonna Bluetooth it to my phone and then join Discord that way.
Okay. Did you not need to hear the music of the game?
Nah, it'll probably be good.
Put that on. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I love these new headphones. I won't like sweat in these stupid things because it's not made of leather. Quickness. Yay for 2 headphones at the same time.
Right,
I'm
who's
not
back?
crazy or anything.
Good, now I'm gonna
Okay,
have
good.
that
I can hear you
going
now.
there.
Oh, we have a jam.
We do.
Yay! What?
Okay. That echo is gonna get really annoying. We
Echo,
want
echo,
Shorty back in the
echo.
party? No. Shorty.
Wait, are you echoing?
Rico.
Yep, I am.
Oh, it is echoing because we're
There's a
in
delay.
streaming chat at the same time. Mute. Oh, wait.
I am
Oh.
muted. I'm saying there's a delay.
Oh, okay.
Hurry up!
Okay. Now we're just kind of stuck here.
Very well.
You're going the correct way.
Who are you? Also. Busy day for me indeed. Strange noises throughout the night, and now a plethora of people strolling about the wood.
It's the tablets.
You do look a touch more hospitable than the last 2 I met, though. Well met, stranger. I'm Cole said. Stand away from me, Umbrella. Trust like last night. Waste any on you. Could you help me? My foster father and I are
Don't have to.
I have your assistance. Ambushed in the night. Let's
If you
go with
want
that
to
one.
prove to me that it's not actually a bad game, I
A little does it give beside advice and goodwill. Make friends where you can, as traveling alone is almost certain death. You will want to surround yourself with like-minded companions, lest you risk making enemies in your party. Well, I guess it's a good thing I made all those people. Thanks for nothing.
So you don't actually have to have that many people.
I have no idea. The game has given no direction.
Yay, blind gameplay.
Follow the road.
Ye already be disturbed. Now leave me be.
Oh,
Your
strange place
company
you
be
want,
toil
eh?
enough as is.
Canyon has something to say. Okay, I guess I'll talk to
Montaran,
you.
you are so aggravating.
Like, I'm 20 years old. I'm not a child. It's not too great. Yeah, I can offer healing potions if you wish as a token. At least you're giving me something. Oh, do I have to kick more people out of my party?
What's the point of making them?
I don't know.
To have backups?
Just throwing them out of the party immediately.
Yeah, like the last one that I kicked out, just standing beside the road over there.
Oh.
I don't know if I can add him later, but...
Yeah.
Go on your way, leave me be.
How many team members have you dropped so far?
Just the one.
Well, maybe you'll be coming across them again later.
Oh, maybe. Now they want to hurt me.
I'm gonna brew some green tea instead and add some bourbon. The crap shike.
Great chum, I can't stop to chat. Not real busy standing around here. Another card on northeast and the city side.
Dun, dun, dun.
Everyone pile on the road.
Murdered a wolf.
You need something? Yep.
I think I made a...
How may I be of assistance?
Huh?
He's the short one.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Now it's the end of the map.
What would you have me do? If you insist.
Oh, that looks important.
What does?
Stonehenge.
Some strange stone circles. Dead body in the middle. Oh, that's where, this is where we got ambushed. A couple of stuff. We didn't really walk very far. There's that note that she was talking about. Please forgive the abruptness with which now I write. Time is short and there is much to be done. What we have long feared may soon come to pass, though not in any manner foretold, and certainly not in the proper time frame. As we both know, forecasting these events has proved increasingly difficult, leaving little option other than a leap of faith. We have done what we can for those in thy care, but the time nears when we must step back and let matters take what course they will. We have perhaps been a touch too sheltering to this point. Despite my desire to remain neutral in the matter, I could not, in good conscience, let the events proceed without some measure of warning. The other side will move very soon, and I urge thee to leave Candlekeep this very night. Possible, the darkness may... Oh, I did that wrong. The darkness may seem equally threatening, but a moving target is much harder to hit, regardless of how sparse the cover. Fighting chance is all that can be asked for at this point. Should anything go awry, do not hesitate to seek aid from travelers along the way. I do not need to remind you that this is a dangerous land, even without our current concerns, and a party is stronger than an individual in all respects. Should additional assistance be required, I understand that Jahira and Khalid are currently at the Friendly Arm Inn. They know little of what has passed. They are ever friends and no doubt will help however they can. Luck be with us all. I'm getting too old for this. E. Ouch. Now, copy that.
Your wish?
So, weird spooky stuff's happening. And I need to not die.
Spooky stuff? As in, like, supernatural?
Well, this is Dungeons and Dragons!
And did we both say spooky, scary skeletons at the same time?
No, I was just asking, spooky stuff, does that mean supernatural stuff?
If you insist.
Maybe?
Who knows?
This is D&D, so...
Hurry up! All right.
Most likely, yes.
What's supernatural and what is
And like I said.
Hopefully we won't run into a Demigorgon, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
I need to watch that. Wander through the woods to a cliff.
Grandma's house we go.
Wandering through the woods? Let's hope we don't run into any colossi.
Girl?
Actually, no, a forest? Let's hope we don't run into any lancers. Brendan, you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
Uh...
A hand.
The Fate series?
No, when I say lancers, I mean, the new type of grim that was introduced.
Oh, the black
dude,
bear
I haven't watched.
that...
I've been trying to have them like stack up.
Oh,
seriously?
I walked back. So the black bear had a blue circle around it, which meant it was neutral.
What?
I walked past it, and became hostile, and ate the main character.
That's...
That cinematic didn't make any sense then.
No, it didn't.
No.
Because he just dissipated into ash like Pyrrha.
When the main character dies, he bursts into flames and turns to ash.
So does that mean he was eaten by the bear and then
all the world turns to ash.
Wait, whoa. Oh, thus the world shall turn to ash? Are we discovering the 3 legendary birds in Lugia now?
Man, I wish I was called Bob now.
Yes.
I could use pants.
All right.
Yeah, so I just kicked Shorty out of my party, and now she's just kind of standing there beside the side of the road.
Why?
She's probably hitchhiking for a like a horse-drawn carriage or something.
Hitchhiking for a party that won't kick her out?
Yes.
Hitchhiking
Looking for group.
Hitchhiking across the galaxy?
I was gonna say hit the Hitchhiker's Guide to Middle Earth.
Maybe I should use pause for this.
How may I be of assistance?
Dramatic orb. Blow up the wolf.
Spit it out.
Dance. Dramatic dance.
You're a queer fellow.
Your wish?
Also,
Yeah? What do you want?
Now what?
My spleen! What is it? It shall be as you wish.
What you want?
You ride.
Snake spirit. Then made a snake spirit.
Yay! You created a life!
Now eat it.
Sticks to snakes.
Hurry up! That's a game we should play. Friggin' D&D, the beat 'em up game. That game's fun.
My shaman summons spirits.
Wait, what?
The shaman summons spirits.
Okay.
No, I'm just confused. You mean the stick game?
Go on then.
Sticks to Snakes?
Oh, no.
Sticks to Snakes is an old D&D spell.
Oh, okay.
It's a biblical reference.
Yep.
Ah, no wonder it went over my head.
Huh?
Turn a staff into a snake.
There were a lot more biblical references in the original D&D than, the current D&D is.
I noticed that one of the guys is named Thrall. Is he based off of the Orc War Chief in Warcraft?
All right.
Didn't James choose the names?
You rang.
Yeah.
I wasn't
really
there
bad
when
with
they.
names.
I wasn't there when they made the majority of them. But isn't Thrall referencing
either.
Warcraft?
Yes.
Ah,
Go
cool.
on then.
He's the shaman. I made him as green as I
Your
could.
wish?
Okay, cool.
If you insist.
I'm not reading that whole note again.
Is that a natural green color, or did you upset the rogue?
Which green? Sorry?
I'm just wondering, is it a natural green color, or did he upset the rogue?
I see.
Hurry up!
I think it's natural.
All right, all right.
Also, I noticed that Thrall just said recently, "You rang." What is he, Lurch? He's now Lurch from the Addams Family.
So he did. Go on then. The dialogue seems
What would you have me do?
strange.
If you insist.
What you got for me this time? Top
Beard
of
and
my
beard
to-do
face.
list.
Top of my to-do list.
Your wish?
Okay, so let's not go near that bear again. Or
Yeah, don't go near the bear again. Last time it seems like it'd be too grisly of an experience.
Yeah, I think going back to the bear is a very bad idea.
Hurry up!
I'm sorry, I like Barry.
All right, all right.
Very punny of you, Turb. Very punny.
I'm sorry, I really like the bear character in Persona. So funny.
You mean Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy's awesome.
Yeah, I just wish he was less pervy.
Looks back.
Yeah.
No.
He is a little frisky, isn't he?
He's all right for the most part, but I kind of drew the line when in Persona 4 Arena he tried to undo Naoto's bra.
Hmm.
And may I add, Naoto is the one with the biggest bust. She hides it though. Although I will say in the second fighting game, when he tries to hit on Yukari from Persona 3, she just drop kicks him.
Yay, drop kick.
That's what
And may I add, at that point, she's modeling as a Power Ranger. Well, their universe's equivalent of the Power Rangers.
Let's go back to Candlekeep. The other two places that it's giving me as options are both unreachable.
That's
Okay.
Now that we're talking about Persona, I can't wait to start Persona 5.
You haven't done so yet? Oh, you mean
on the stream? Now I'm just thinking about who each character, like each of us. I'm trying to equate one of us to each of the characters in the game. Because I know since Phil, you're basically leading the charge. You'd be the main character for the most part. Josh would probably be the best friend character, Ryuji. Sarah would probably be Futaba. I call Makoto because she's basically my spirit animal character in that game.
Wait. Isn't Makoto the cat character?
No, that's Morgana.
Okay, then Neko's Morgana.
I actually was gonna give Neko Haru.
Oh?
She's the musketeer.
No, wait, Morgana, sorry. Names, don't know. Here.
Yeah. I actually was gonna give Neko Haru the. She's the one that's like the musketeer.
I don't know.
Oh, the detective character, Akechi. I'm just thinking about this like for the future, but that's totally going to be Chansey.
Okay.
Don't trust me. When we get to that point, you'll know what I mean. Brendan, you'd be Morgana.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, you'd be Morgana.
But he's a dog, not a cat.
You insist.
Close enough. So the only
He's a dog raised by cats.
So the only characters left are On and Yusuke.
Moto?
Okay, I'm just trying to think of this. Oh, On can be oh crap. Okay, we need someone to play the quirky artist.
Wait, what?
Yusuke, he's basically a quirky artist. Lauren? I was actually going to give Lauren On. The only reason...
Okay, how about Laura?
I was going to give Lauren On because of one thing. On is dressed up as a cat burglar with an exposed chest, and let's just say, I'm not thinking it through, but, As for the quirky artist, who are you suggesting?
Laura.
Who's Laura? I'm drawing a blank.
James's girlfriend?
Oh,
She
okay.
works at an animation department.
Okay. That can work.
She drew, well, she helped make, Atomic, Puppet.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, the Atomic Puppet. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, she mentioned that.
Oh, this kind. Yeah.
This RC level sucks.
Wait, will I just donate a
Checks
tome
back in.
of great value?
I'm trying to do the RC car challenge. It sucks.
Okay.
I don't know. I managed to do the scooter challenge in one shot. Get on my level.
Get him a little screw.
Phil, are you playing Mario Odyssey?
Yes.
I was just wondering, because you were talking about RC challenge and scooter challenge, you're totally a new dog.
Yeah.
So, Aiden, what did you get on the jump rope?
I got 102.
Oh, I got 112.
Yeah, I kind of just stopped once I got the second moon, only because I knew that most challenges only had 2 moons associated with it, so I didn't want to go overboard.
I might actually get you to do the scooter challenge because I cannot do it under my own power.
The volleyball challenge in the
or not the scooter challenge, the
Side Kingdom though, that one rustled my jimmies a little.
The jump rope, I mean, and the volleyball.
Jump rope was fine. The volleyball one rustled my jimmies a little.
I couldn't do it.
If you insist.
There we go. Let's go back then.
Very well.
Oh, let's explore the big field.
Actually, I think I might reverse 2 of the rules. I think Neko will get On, and Lauren will get Haru. I mean, for Neko, it makes more sense for her to get On because she's dressed up as the cat burglar.
Hurry up! All right, all right.
Oh man,
I had the RC challenge and I threw it all away on the last turn.
Oh. Hate it when that happens. Phil, is Neko still there?
He's asleep.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mantolan, you are so aggravating. Tis disturbing to my demeanor.
Oh. People are very, very hostile.
I did it! Thank you. 2584. That is seriously stupid tough. I think it's the controls that really get me, though.
Was that the second moon of the area, getting it under like 25 seconds, like 26 seconds?
26 seconds.
Because I think that's a reference to Mario 64.
Is it?
Yeah, because you know the Princess's Secret Slide? You got 2 stars in that area, one for just beating it, and the other one was for getting it under a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was around 25 or 26 seconds.
No, it was under another time, but 26, I believe, was a speed running, like, time for, like, the longest time. Until they got it under, like, what, 21?
Oh, yeah.
What would you... All right.
Okay. They wish to travel to Nashkel.
At least I got one of the tough ones out of the way. I don't think I'll ever get the jump rope one, though. I'm just not capable enough.
Phil, I've got one more question for you. Were you the one who designed that Chanson design for Skyward Bollocks?
Yeah.
Cool.
I asked Chanson for a photo of himself, and I superimposed whatever details of his face I could.
Okay. Because we might, just for the sake of when we do Persona 5, I feel like we should get pictures of all of our faces so that we would superimpose them onto the entire cast of Persona 5. And I do have a picture I could send you that would fit the bill for that.
I'll try.
I mean, no pressure. If you can't do it, then don't do it. But, like, I don't want to pressure you into it. But I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. So that it would basically, it'd be us being the super awesome thief group.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best, okay?
Yeah. I'll send you the image that I had in mind of all of us in the all of the characters, and then I'll let you be the judge.
What would you have me do?
Huh?
At least there's a pause button for you to take your moves, right? Yep.
Phil, should I put it in the streaming chat, or should I put it in another?
Not streaming chat for no. The image?
Yeah.
Put it in videos, music, images.
All right, cool.
How may I be of assistance?
So I got those new headphones I was talking about. They're not blue, unfortunately. They're green. So now I've got Reed and red. Red and green headphones. Mario and Luigi.
Hurry up! What would you have me do? All right.
It's funny because the green ones are better than the red ones.
I'm gone.
This better be good.
They perform better and they're actually worth more, but I paid the same amount.
What is it this time? I shall attend to it in a trice. What you got for me this time?
I feel so cold.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Turns out the file that I have for that picture is too powerful to send, so I'm gonna try to find it in a link, and then I'll just send it.
Yeah, it says too powerful when you can't do it. Like when you can't like.
If it's above 8 megabytes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go mute for a second, and I'll come back on once I've sent it.
The bigger the image, the better for me.
If you insist.
We wanted to go to Nashkel. I think that was to the south.
Yeah, those are very smart dogs. They only bark when they can't recognize the walk. You don't even need to talk. They know it's not you.
Bear across.
That is pretty impressive, you know? Everybody says they're kind of useless dogs, but hey. Not many people can say they can identify you just by the way you walk.
Saves me the trouble.
Are you trying to say we walk funny?
I am missing.
What, Kai?
Are you trying to say we walk funny?
No.
It sounds like it.
Very well.
You, Brendan? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ready for that nap any time now.
Sure.
What would you have?
You asked for that.
No, that was the point.
That cat for the night. Hey, Zara is still dead.
You're very well.
I don't even know
What need ye dead? Yeah? What do you want?
This sucks. I have to deal with spell slots.
Hurry up! Very well.
So yeah, I think that guy is just dead.
That teammate you have?
Yeah.
That's...
I don't see a body anywhere.
That is... harsh.
Hello, pal.
Ogre mage. Oh, good.
What would you have me? All right, all right.
Go edge of the map. So I can only travel to certain areas if I leave the map from the proper edge.
Oh, okay. Again, game's not being clear enough.
If you insist.
Well, it is from 1998. Pretty intense in.
I can tell.
Why, it's been getting prickly on my arse.
Yes?
I'll have to go fight some hobgoblins. Still don't know where the inn is.
Very well. Hello there.
Oh, I can talk to the cows.
Secret cow level.
Can't get close enough.
You are welcome here in Garl Glittergold's sight.
Good, I can take.
Oh no, I made a horrible, horrible mistake.
What'd you do?
I grabbed the bird in the middle of the air. It left the moon in the middle of the air.
Oh, what?
Okay, that's...
Your wish?
Can you not get the moon anymore?
Very well.
I can't reach it.
And at that moment, Top realized he fucked up.
Terp, basically, get to the top of the tallest building and jump.
Nearest building is not tall enough. Oh wait, maybe.
Hi, friend.
Someone needs to make a new
Nailed
game,
it.
but with the, like, this 90s style freaking graphics.
They have, and I probably should have played that one instead. I forgot what it was called though now. Pillars of Eternity. It's this style, but newer.
Maybe next time. Unless this starts giving you too many problems.
I still have no idea what I'm doing. I just figured out how to resurrect dead party members. So
Oh, that's good.
It's usually how it works. How do I do that? What is jump?
Press X. Wait. Which button is X?
Which button is Y?
Where's the any button?
You're the any button.
I think I'll order a tab.
How about Control Alt Delete?
What happens when I press Alt F1 or F2?
My blade will cut you down to size.
What would you have me do? All right, all right.
Loot body. 58 gold. Let's take all of that. He had Not that one. This one? Bounty notice. Oh good, I have a bounty on my head.
Already?
Apparently.
For doing what? Loitering?
For doing story.
That sounds about right.
It's an in-game bounty. It's not like I killed someone and got a bounty.
Oh, okay.
Part of the story.
You're Robin Hood of Sherwood Forest.
Armor. Fuck up.
Hey Johannes, I'm starting to wonder if the way you got that scooter up on the other roof might have been the only intended way.
I don't know. I cheated, that's all I know.
I think you didn't.
Hey Phil, I'm gonna post a picture. It's not the one I was looking for per se.
How may I be of What is it this time? You have but to ask.
Your wish? All right, all right.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
By driving through with the scooter.
Hey Phil, I just sent a picture on the in the Discord chat. It's not the one I was looking for per se, but I feel like we can use this one as a good backup.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
You insist.
Khalid and Shahira.
It figures you would choose the boxer for persona.
Calm yourself.
What do you think of the image, Phil, or if you're looking at it? Do you think that one would work? I think the faces are big enough that we could transpose ours onto them.
I'm trying to find it.
It should be in the videos, image, and music and images thing, like you said.
Yeah, I have a lot of backlog. Okay. Alright.
And I think that would be, I think it would be pretty cool. The wording in the center, I feel like, is the issue. But other than that, everyone has a good image that we could put in there. You would be in the center, Brendan would be on your shoulder, and then the rest of us would be outlining the outside.
There's not much I can do with Brendan's image, though. Unless maybe I give him glasses or something.
Yeah.
You could put a corfish on top of... You could put a corfish hat on it.
Yeah, replace it with a corfish.
Yeah, that would be cool. But that's the backup image. I'll see if I can find the one that I was looking for. But if not, we could use this if you feel like it's.
Yeah.
Derp, I'm doing a test that you've done.
What?
You know how you made that experience short thing with Excel?
Things stir to the
Yeah.
south as we
Yeah, I'm making a cousin to that, but it's but basically it's how far one for attack.
Go suck your blade.
Nature's servant awaits.
already be disturbed. Now leave me be. Your company be toil enough as is.
What would you have me? Very well.
It's been dreadful slow business lately.
That parrotlet is so adorable. Her girlfriend is a bird. But his girlfriend's bird. What am I doing? Been like this since yesterday. That reminds me, I have a coffee waiting for me upstairs that I didn't even grab. I'm breaking my rule mainly because I think I actually need it.
Go have your coffee, Dirk.
It would be more of a vanilla hazelnut mocha.
Yes? It's a coffee.
Double half frap. Cappuccino. Soy milk.
I like how the spell references the manual for more details.
What manual?
We couldn't put this in the game.
Your wish?
Sure. Looks like I'm going to Nashka. Kill some goblins still. Huh. I've got 4 out of 6 quests telling me to go to Nashka.
If you insist.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
All right, all right. Hurry up! Very well.
Yes, oh omnipresent authority figure.
Can I help you? If none are better.
Huh? How may I be of assistance?
What would you have me do?
What you want?
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You had me. I can, but try.
Yep.
Yeah? What do you want?
Oh, my heart's really not in this.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Huh? Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Hurry up, if you insist.
I shall return. I want hot chocolate.
Alright.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Why do I have a quarterstaff equipped? I'm a rogue.
If none are better.
What you got for me? The top of my to-do list.
What would you have if you insist? Your wish?
I care not.
Oh, my heart's really not
What is
in
it this time?
Let's give them a right thrashing.
You're a queer fellow.
Immediate aid. Hurry up!
My spleen!
All right. What would you have me do?
What you want? My blade will cut you down to... I'm gone.
Your wish? All right. Hurry up!
Got her ring back. And it's raining.
Yep. I'm gone.
What would you have me do? Very well.
I wish there was a walk faster button.
This game not super quick.
Yes?
No, they seem to walk.
You have but to ask.
Guess you could just chalk it up to a product of its time. They didn't really consider maybe people would want to speed things up a bit.
Yeah. It was very much more about the role playing.
Your wish? All right.
Gather the party before I can walk through the door.
Yeah? What do you want?
Hurry up! Very well. What would you have if you insist?
Through the door. There we go.
All right.
Yes?
Oh, when I sipped this, I felt better. The caffeine headache. Already had a coffee too.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
My first quest is done.
Hurry up! What would you have me? All right.
Good on you if you
By the way,
stay
if you
safe.
want water, let me know, okay, James?
What?
Or anything else. Because I've got juice, I've got coffee, I've got pizzas in the freezer.
I should eat something too.
Want some of this for now? These are, yeah, barbecue flavored.
Huh?
What? You have need of me?
You've a task?
I care not.
How may I be of assistance? What you got for me this time?
What?
Yes?
Nature's
What can you
servant
find?
awaits.
Hurry up!
Oh! Really?
Very well.
It's running out shooter contract.
I mean, I'm not saying I have not interest in the genre. I've never played really.
Fair enough.
I've seen
mostly
a,
platform.
I've never played Metal Slug, but I've seen a lot of Metal Slug, and oh man, Metal Slug has a very charismatic art style.
That's what we need.
What would you have me do? If you insist. If none of better.
The art style.
Yeah? What do you want? Way ahead of you, boss.
Your wish?
You're
I
a
think
clear
the reason
fellow.
why it seems charismatic to me
Hurry up!
is I'm looking at it through the eyes of a spider, and I'm like,
What you want?
how did they do that with their limited palette? It's amazing looking.
Okay. All hands on.
Yeah, it's just like Skullgirls.
Hey, Phil.
Yes, but it's in the sound.
Yeah, so like,
What would you have me do?
yeah, what's up?
I found it. I finally found the image I was looking
How big is it? Oh, your character died. What's, how big is it?
What would you have if you insist?
Like, how big is the image?
Very well.
Was that a tough boss, or did somebody just kill you straight out?
It was just a hobgoblin.
Oh.
Your wish?
At least you got defeated by a hobgoblin. In D&D, I got killed by kobolds.
If you insist.
I had to get bailed out by 2 adolescent dragons.
That seems like fun.
You
Gather your party before venturing forth.
You what?
I roll to seduce the bear.
If you insist.
You laugh. That's basically Shike's roll.
Roll to seduce everything. Fails.
I roll to flirt. Is his freaking catchphrase.
Nice.
Because you do the Johnny Bravo, baby.
That'd be funny.
So Phil, have you checked out the image yet?
No, not yet. You have to keep in mind, I have to bring it up on my phone.
Oh, you're not checking it on your computer?
Somebody is currently using my computer to stream.
Oh, I thought, never mind. Me, gray thinky whale, not thinking straight.
It's fine, it's fine. Ooh. I've got a problem with this.
What?
Who made it?
I don't know.
I can't just grab somebody else's piece of art and just, like, go over it like that. I have to ask permission.
Okay, so even the first image I sent you, you're gonna have to do that.
Well, yeah, if it's a fan-drawn image, I can't just steal it from them.
Yeah, that's true.
Can I?
Although at least with the other one, the other one's from DeviantArt, so I think that one's a more obvious one that you could ask.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we might as well just go with the first image I sent then.
I'll look into who owns what, but I will state the art style for the first one is easier to draw.
All right. So, and to be fair, for the image for that game, I think the first one would be easier.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is dealing with like when you do get permission, like can you edit out or like go over the words that are in the center of your main character's chest?
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be minimalizing the whole thing if I do anything with it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna see that at all. And the person's got a watermark there. Usually people who have watermarks are afraid of people taking their material, so chances are they might say no. We'll see.
Yeah.
For the fallen!
My spleen!
My spleen? What?
Die.
Some guy in the game randomly went, my spleen!
My blade will cut you down to size.
You insist. Hurry up! All right.
Yeah? What do you want? Top of my to-do list.
What would you have if you insist? Your wish?
Oh no, Brandon, I can hear that. You've got that song stuck in you.
You have need of me? I'll do my best.
Huh?
Hurry up! All right. What would you
I'm
have
pretty
me
sure
do?
the way you did it was the intended method. Where is he now? I can't find him.
If you insist.
What you got? Way ahead of you,
there he is.
boss.
Your wish, if you insist.
Oh my god.
Hurry
I've
up!
managed to find a glitched out room and now I'm stuck in it.
Yeah.
No, it means I have to abandon the quest. I have no way of getting out.
Ew.
That sucks.
Unless the unstuck thing works, but I don't think it is because I'm not in
It
the
even supports it with the name Free Parking Leap of Faith. So it was intended to be taken from that.
What would you have me do? If you insist. Yes?
There we go. I know, right? It's so stupid. I'll throw any direction other than circle and forwards. You have to waggle the remotes.
waggle the remote.
You started around 9:30?
Later.
9:45?
Something like that.
All right, all right.
Yes?
I was doing character creation at 9:55.
Good on you if you save the day.
If you insist. Very well.
No, I'm just checking.
Gorion would be proud of your actions.
These are the biggest segments we've got because so few people know. And it's funny too because 2 people left and then 2 people are taking their place.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
'Tis the circle of life.
And then there's Sarah, who decided to just not. Dang it, Sarah!
What did Sarah do?
My inn is
He doesn't want to be a part of our group.
themselves.
I asked her if she wanted to.
Did you try and bribe her with cookies?
Yes, actually.
Pizza?
I mean, I would have if she
Cake.
actually was here, because I do have pizza.
I found a lol gem.
You found a what? Is that where it came from?
It's a lol gem.
Are you sure it's not an eel gem?
It's probably eel.
What does said lol gem do? Does it make people laugh?
So I have a
Or is
question.
it just currency?
Yes.
Is Legend
Is
of
it
Zelda
currency?
franchise a shonen anime or a harem anime?
Welcome to the valley.
I'm sorry, I just heard shonen anime or harem anime. What were you getting at?
It depends.
Legend of Zelda.
Excuse me?
It depends on the game.
Is the Legend of Zelda franchise a shonen anime or a harem anime?
It depends on the game.
So, like, if the game has
Twilight Princess
maidens,
would be a harem anime, that's for darn sure.
Are you sure, Twilight Princess? I would consider that one more shonen. Ocarina of Time is a harem.
Almost to the point.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Furry.
what's a harem?
Ocarina of Time.
Is one
No,
guy.
not that. I'm asking.
I'm gonna explain this real quick. A harem anime is where there is one
my
main
gosh,
character.
Shaik!
One what?
I know what a harem anime is.
You asked what it was. I was gonna start explaining.
I meant what was the game that he thought was one.
Ocarina of Time is a harem anime.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. Ocarina of Time is totally a harem anime.
Yeah.
I agree with that one. I think Twilight leans more towards the shonen.
Twilight, you
Shonen
only
harem.
No, Twilight
you do have-
Princess says.
You do have 4 love interests in Twilight Princess.
Ilya, Zelda.
You have Midna, Ilya, Zelda, and
Zelda,
then,
Midna, the girl
and then the
in
bartender
in
gets
his
really
town.
flirty with you.
Yeah, but that
that
was
stupid
more of just
barkeep lady who's
that was
a
just more
total
like
cougar
a
who wants
flirty
you.
interaction. That's like not actually romance.
I'd say the bug girl and the bartender together makes one girl.
Can I see the math on that?
Well, they're each half a girl because you get flirted with by the bartender.
I can see basically along
and
the
then
lines of
Can I
Can I
remind you? You have like basically a cheerleader squad when you're doing the claw shot game.
Yeah.
Those are 3 girls right there.
That doesn't count as a harem. That just counts as you being awesome.
If that's the case, Persona 3 would count as a harem anime game because one of your teammates, Akihiko, has a flock of girls following him around the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, Persona 3 you can romance several of the girls, and they also like him. So
That's right. In Persona 3, you can romance girls at all of the girls at the same time. Well, you could do that in the other games too, but there's more consequence in the future games.
Also, Undertale is an isekai harem anime.
All right.
It is. You throw us into a new world.
I would definitely say like
How may I be of assistance?
Night Kyren.
Hello, Kyren.
Nature's servant. Oh, wait, can I help you?
Also, Turk, earlier, did you say you laughed at Shike's roll? Was that on purpose? You said that on purpose, right? You mentioned my name in a sentence that started with "you laugh."
What?
When you talked about how I flirt with everyone.
Yes.
You said you laugh, but that's actually Shike's roll. Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Hurry up! Very well.
It was 50-50.
Okay.
You must gather your party before.
Like I started with it, and I was like, you know what? I will keep going with this.
Okay.
If you insist. Your wish? If you insist.
What other popular games are harem anime?
More purring than anything. Here's a good question.
Would technically Super Mario count as a reverse harem
I almost
anime?
want to say fanfic.
No, because they don't really delve into it, but everyone kind of has a love interest in everybody. Like Mario has like 3 love interests, Peach has 3 love interests, Luigi has like 8 love interests.
Yeah, true. Luigi gets more than everyone else because Luigi's the better character. I guess Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door could be a harem anime.
So, what would you consider Kingdom Hearts then?
I have not played
Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Kingdom Hearts would be shonen.
I can only explain Kingdom Hearts in one way.
One Piece.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Sora, Donald, Goofy. This is Sora, I'm Donald, and that's Goofy.
Stop saying it! I'm gonna have to chunk my apple cider now.
There's a video, the supercut of every time they get introduced as Sora, Donald, and Goofy in that order.
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep, 358 by 2 days, Chain of Memories, Dream Drop Distance, A Fragmentary Passage, what was that one with Aqua?
The final chapter prologue?
Yeah, final chapter prologue. Dream Drop Distance. That's it?
Yes, you did.
One's gonna leave a mark. What's your top of my to-do?
Yeah, so that's like more than 7.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, Chain of Memories, 358 Days Over 2, Dream Drop Distance, Recoded.
Yeah, there are only 2 main numbered titled games and 1 on the way. Everything else was a spin-off.
Every single female character in Hyrule Warriors
played the
in their original game.
Games in the series, you will miss out on almost everything.
Say that
Pisses
again?
me off to no end.
Is every single female character in Hyrule Warriors a love interest in at least one game? with the exception of maybe Impa.
Lana is not a love interest because she was created for that game specifically.
To be a love interest specifically, that's her whole character.
No.
Yeah, that is
her
her
she's
whole character. She's
infatuated
in
with
love
Link.
with Link.
Is she really? I didn't.
Yeah.
play
Okay.
all the way.
Lana.
Yeah, that's her entire. That's the entire character arc.
Are you guys okay with spoiler warnings?
Game's like
What
8 years
Warriors
old.
game?
Okay. So Lana is actually the villain as well. She split herself from herself. Basically speaking, she had an infatuation with Link. Ganon took control of that part and accentuated it. And she was supposed to be like the keeper of like different realm bullcrap magic stuff. And she separated herself from that obsession, made Lana, and the villain is that obsession part of herself.
To be fair, there's still a good amount of romance.
Yeah, she still really likes Link even without it.
Yeah.
Walk into the village square, there's pictures of Link all over the
Hell,
place.
even you could argue that even some of the guys are love interests for Link.
What would you have me do?
Yeah.
Specifically Darunia and what's his name? Edgy McSword Boy.
What you want?
Edgy McSword Boy?
Can't remember his name. He's the evil sword.
You mean Cloud? The Evils?
No, in Hyrule Warriors.
Hurry up!
He's from Skyward Sword.
Oh, Girahim.
Yeah, him. He's also a potential love interest for Link, in my opinion.
Are you serious?
Dude,
All I heard was
dude,
the title,
look
Link
at all
and
of his
Sword
interactions
Boy.
with Link in
Girahim?
Skyward Sword.
Oh.
Look
You
at
said
all of
he's
his
a love
interactions
interest.
with Link in Skyward Sword and tell me he doesn't have a thing for Link.
In a creepy stalker
Hey,
yandere
hey,
way?
hey,
Yeah.
that counts. That counts.
What
He
would you
can't
have
hear
me do?
you, he says that counts.
Very well. Your wish?
All right. Well, now since we're on that subject, would you consider all of the harem anime?
I don't.
you got cut off.
Hang on. I don't think
Hurry up!
having multiple romance paths in a game from like having an actual romance option removes a game from being in a harem anime, in my opinion. Because any game with a good romance option has to give you the option of choice.
I care not.
And no harem anime ever has a conclusive girl at the end.
No, I'm mute, that's why I have no words.
You've attacked.
Any game where you have an actual romance path does not count as a harem, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Even if it's at the player's discretion and they choose not to pick any of them at all.
Yes, because the fact is, you can have a romantic conclusion to the end of that.
Oh, okay.
And no good harem anime ever has a conclusion with one girl being picked. Or guy. Someone pointed out that every single character in Ruby could easily be either gay or bisexual, and the only person who has a confirmed straight orientation would be
Is
Kira.
Jean.
No,
What?
Kira, because there's
Kira?
a whole lot of shipping between Jean and Rin going on.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
They refer to each other
Shit.
as brothers all the time, but referring to each other as brothers is often like one of the easiest ways to mark characters as being actual ship teams. Like look at X and Zero constantly referring to each other as like brothers in arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So someone pointed out the entire world is gay or bisexual, with the exception of one character who's been confirmed as straight and had no other interest in other characters, and that was Pyrrha. Well, can't have that.
I'm sad now. I'm gonna go drown my sorrows in beer.
You can probably ask Yang to give you a hand with that.
Well, hey, now that you've brought up the fact that she could be bisexual, I'm gonna go pretend in the other room.
Who?
Yang.
Oh yeah. No, Yang and Blake is like my OTP. Like Yang and Blake, and then Kale and Caulifla are my two dueling OTPs in my life right now.
Kale and Caulifla?
From Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, I like those two.
I really
They're
want them
adorable.
to actually end up together. Like that would be very progressive of Dragon Ball Super, in my opinion.
Although you go first because I have kind of like a To be fair, I know you might like Bumblebee a lot, although I feel like Blake and Sun is going to be the canon relationship.
Okay, I get that, but I want to point out, if at the end of the show Blake and Yang ended up together, it would feel natural, and there would be no like, oh, what the fuck was that all about?
Oh yeah, I agree. I
think they have better romantic chemistry than Korra and Asami did, and I think those two are a great couple as well.
Oh yeah, those two are amazing. I started reading the comic extensions. It actually is very natural.
Yeah, I didn't get it at first, but then I went back and rewatched season 3 and 4, and I'm like, oh no, I can totally see that.
Yeah, although I do like it when I started reading the comic that literally a lot of characters are just coming, like opening up. Yeah, I was actually bisexual, gay the whole time. And I'm like, it kind of made me laugh a little bit. Like, that's pretty cool. That like there was a lot of there was a lot more homosexual diversity in the show as a whole.
I really liked that they were like bisexual and were confirmed as bisexual.
Yeah.
And, like the opening thing he said when he tweeted about it is, "Believe it or not, bisexual people actually exist."
Yeah, that's great. That's great. There needs to be more opportunities like that.
Sorry to take over your stream with talking about bisexual people.
Well, all we were bringing up was should be more. There should be more instances of diversity like that in other shows as a whole.
To be fair, Chirp, you started talking about bisexual people when you mentioned me earlier, so.
What?
Huh?
I think you lost him.
I apologize for taking over. I said I apologize for taking over.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother, really.
And then I followed it up with, but to be fair, you started the conversation about bisexual people when you started talking about me.
Who started up an RC car right beside the microphone?
That sounded like a blender.
That was actually me sharpening a pencil. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Who uses pencils?
I do, because I'm a teacher. I'm going to be a teacher.
Are you, like, using it ironically?
What would you have me do?
How would I use a pencil ironically?
There are a ton of ways to use pencils ironically.
Using it at all.
Like with the magic trick, for example. You know, using it as a magic pencil.
Don't get started with that. Also, I do have this...
What was that, Shank? You magic pencil?
Yeah, Joker did a magic trick with a magic pencil.
I was just gonna bring that up.
I was more referring to the fact that Zyka can't hear that without laughing her ass off.
Yeah, I was just... Johannes, I was just gonna bring up that there was a trick that I had that I can make a pencil disappear.
Yeah.
Ah, ta-da! It's gone! How great would it have been if it had taken if that guy waited like 2 more minutes before sending one of his thugs over, and Joker was just kind of standing there like, yeah, and you suck it now.
It would have been funny considering that that whole scene where the hospital blew up, that was all improv.
No, it wasn't.
They claimed it was improvised for a very long time, but people on the crew have been like, no, that was totally on purpose.
Oh, like the whole delayed explosion thing?
They intentionally propagated that myth that he was just acting in character and that was an accent he played off of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know.
So that it wasn't by accident?
No, that was totally planned the entire time.
I hate it when people do that. Like they say, "Oh yeah, totally was random."
Well, it depends. It could be planned, but Heath Ledger may not have known about it.
No,
That's
Heath
true.
Ledger knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
It's totally in character, and that's not a problem. He did add like that one scene not being improvised is fine. Yeah, that one scene not being improvised is fine because he breathed so much life into that character. That's why people believed it. That's why people believed that for so long.
Yeah, it's true.
I legit kind of believe it too because he was a character actor. He put his heart and soul into that role and paid the price for it.
I do love the fact that Han Solo, Harrison Ford has 2 of the most iconic scenes and lines that are both improvised and being in character.
I know about the Indiana Jones one, the one where he shoots the guy with the sword, but what's the second one?
I love you. I know.
Me too.
Oh, right.
I know.
Have you ever seen the Twitter account, Angsty Kylo Ren?
No, but Angsty Kylo Ren, isn't that redundant?
One of the tweets is just once I'd like to tell my dad I love him and have him tell me he loves me too. Or emo Kylo Ren or something. It was obviously a joke.
Yeah.
My favorite one was an interview. Knock knock, come in. Wow, he killed him twice in one day.
Your wish?
Plus, it seems it's Harrison Ford's duty now to restart all the roles he played that 30 years ago, just to end the franchise. Well, let's see. Blade Runner, Indiana Jones, Star Wars.
I'm really surprised Blade Runner. I'm really surprised Blade Runner got a sequel. It is fantastic, but it did not. It's more of a cult classic kind of movie.
It was. You know studios when things make ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah, that's my point, is the movie didn't. It was a cult classic, which means it wasn't as popular as other franchises, but it's really highly regarded.
Hello there.
Plus, it's Harrison Ford, too. I'm waiting for the sequel to The Fugitive.
I didn't kill my wife! I don't care!
That was 20 years ago. I still don't care.
Hurry up!
Well, then again, there have been instances where crimes that were committed so long ago have cropped up again in recent times, and they've painted different lights on certain people.
Question: what do you guys think is the best remake?
Remake?
I want to say It.
Yeah, It I've heard is really good.
I do not believe that movie counts as a remake.
Something troubling you?
How so?
They're both adaptations of a novel.
Yeah, but the first adaptation was... Yeah,
it was not a theatrical release, either. That'd be like saying the Lord of the Rings trilogy is a remake of the old animated Lord of the Rings movie that came out, which you probably haven't even heard of.
I've heard of it, and I kind of consider it a guilty pleasure.
Now, what I'm about to say technically shouldn't count as well, because it's based off a comic book. I think Dredd is better than Judge Dredd.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Simply just you can't really outdo Stallone's acting, but...
Well, here's the thing.
By the exact same point, Carl Urban owned it.
Dredd? Oh yeah. Dredd gets rid of what I refer to as Marvel Mask Syndrome.
Yep.
Your wish?
They said they wanted to have a scene where Dredd takes his helmet off, but Carl Urban wouldn't let them.
Yep, I fully support that.
Marvel Mask Syndrome is how I refer to every single Marvel movie ending with the heroes not wearing their masks.
Not taking out the mask.
I have one because it's the only real remake that I can think of right now, and that is The Karate Kid. I actually liked the remake.
Okay, I'm not saying it has to be better than the original, but he's saying it's a good remake.
I thought it was a good remake.
Do you guys consider? Ah, man, this is a tough one. I would say The Thing. They did a remake of. Well, honestly, the original Thing is a remake of a movie called Who Goes There, which is fantastic. The newer, more recent The Thing is a prequel to John Carpenter's The Thing, but kind of like a spiritual reboot as well, because it follows all the same plot points.
Yeah.
All right.
The one.
If I really want to push this one forward, I don't think it counts either, but I will push X-Men First Class over the original X-Men.
That one's tough,
as a reimagining.
Because X-Men 1 and 2 really hard to top. And X-Men First Class, granted, it did do a good job and all that. It's just that, for me, it's hard to say which ones were better.
I'm just saying, I think that's a nice one where you have a good intro to a universe with the original X-Men. Then when they try and remake it,
I refer to that universe in the same way I refer to the new Star Trek movies as a time travel sequel prequel boot. It's fair enough. You use time travel. Same thing with Terminator Genesis. That's a time travel sequel prequel boot.
I just thought of another one.
Yeah.
Evil Dead.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
I have one that's pretty good. Jungle Book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm noticing all of the best ones we're mentioning are interpretations of a base source.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's true, but what we're doing is we're considering, let's say, like for the sake of argument, there have been two live action interpretations of it.
That's true.
Rice cracker.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, he's talking to someone in the background. Anyways, I absolutely am not trying to say it's better than the original or even the original's sequel. I actually enjoyed the new RoboCop movie.
I actually liked it too.
Yeah, I did as well.
Bad.
Okay,
It wasn't
yeah,
bad.
like everyone I have talked to personally said they enjoyed it, but everyone shits on it. It's like it's not trying to be better than the original.
Yeah,
No,
well, I
the
feel
reason-
like I feel like their major argument with it is that they felt like it was maybe trying a little too hard to be liked.
That was it. The original 80s RoboCop was very campy. It wasn't very serious. It was underlines of parody, whereas the new RoboCop is very straightforward action.
Yeah.
Same stuff we've seen thousands of times.
Honestly,
before.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like how they played off the fact that they're like, oh yeah, he's still human, but we're making him think he's really good.
I like the fact that they kept the core concept of a man struggling with his humanity.
Yeah.
And they did a good job of that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this one, but I personally really liked it, and whatever the fanboys have irritates me, the new Ghostbusters.
I have heard that movie is just average, and it's got a million miles of controversy surrounding it because of the internet and nothing else.
Yeah, I felt like that it just like the amount of crap that it got was unwarranted.
Yeah, I don't mind like an all-female cast for that, especially if they decide to take it in a new direction, which they did. They did their own thing. It was good, but just when you compare it to the original, it just didn't hold
They
up.
tried too hard to be doing their own thing while also being a... What's up?
Nothing. I'm trying to get these functions working there.
Oh, okay. They tried too hard to make it its own thing, while simultaneously tried too hard to be a slave to the original.
Exactly. They should have just picked one or the other and went with it.
What other movies have remakes? Do you count Brendan Fraser's The Mummy as a remake of the original Universal Studios The Mummy? Okay, that one counts.
Tom Cruise one does count as a remake.
Do you count... I know Van Helsing is based off a comic, but do you count Van Helsing as a retelling of Dracula?
Really?
Technically...
Bram Stoker's or Dracula?
Yes.
What do you need? Hurry up!
Well, okay, fair point. That's based on a story. I would say I actually really enjoyed the movie Dracula Untold. Let's be honest. The best Dracula story is Helsing Ultimate.
Oh, yeah.
I did really enjoy Van Helsing. It was a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
Vampire movies. I really like Blade.
Speaking of the Mummy, the new Mummy, the reason I kind of snub it is because it's trying to do what Marvel and DC and all these other companies are trying to do and create a new universe for monsters.
Okay,
and
except Universal had the original shared cinematic universe.
True.
Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, they had all those crossover movies way long ago.
True.
They're basically reviving it.
Yeah, the movie was terrible, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they need to handle it right, and having Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Wait, Russell Crowe is
Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll Fury.
You!
Yeah.
You!
Good
Yes,
gracious.
you! I don't see anybody else around here.
How about
A little help,
How about
please?
King Kong?
Yes.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Heard great things about it.
I'd love to
The
give
new
you
one is
a
actually
long,
pretty good.
detailed explanation of what's going on, but
Like the Jack
look,
Black
we're out
one.
of time.
That one I felt like was okay. Like,
what I enjoyed it. They could have put it into the editing room and gotten rid of, let's say, an hour, and I'd be even happier.
Agreed.
You're the one trying
We're
to
not
capture
saying
me.
better. We're still saying
Still
good.
don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So I'd rather not let it happen.
Skull Island
Get out of here before me and my new
was
friends decide to inject a
adequate.
fist into your mouth.
You there.
If we're going that line, let's go Godzilla.
I was thinking about Godzilla. I'm gonna preclude Godzilla because Godzilla is such a long-standing franchise. I don't think any one Godzilla movie counts as a remake.
We must study her anomalous
well, since we included the Jungle Book
Well,
earlier,
I'll throw out 1994 Matthew Broderick Godzilla, where they reimagined Godzilla to be a mutated iguana instead of actually.
Oh, you mean Zilla?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that as a kid. I will say, the thing about that movie, there is one really good thing about that movie.
Jean Reno trying to do an Elvis accent.
The Fox animated series that came out of it.
Yes.
That show was amazing and very in line with what Godzilla can be.
Agreed.
okay, since we brought up the Jungle Book, I'm gonna bring up the Beauty and the Beast.
No.
No?
No.
The Beast looked weird.
It had poor writing, and they kept adding stuff that didn't go anywhere. And they kept,
I'll admit they got a very good Gaston.
Same thing as Ghostbusters. They tried too hard to be original while trying even harder to be a slave to the original.
I thought it was all right. They did answer a lot of like plot holes that the original one had, and they did add some things that I felt like were okay. Whereas like the old one, they had this "Human Again" song. I felt like it was nice. It's just I felt like it was unnecessary. Although
the entire movie, the entire live-action movie is, in my opinion, unnecessary.
That's true. Although Disney's probably following the logic of like, what if we did this and then they do it? It doesn't need to happen, but what if they did it anyway? Just because they wanted to.
Disney is all about like, hey, let's live action this at this point right now.
Yeah, because they've already announced, like from what I heard from my friend, they fully announced the cast for the live-action Lion.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, I have a personal problem with the Beauty and the Beast remake. I feel like I'm someone who is exploited by it because they advertised like crazy. Oh, we're gonna have LGBT character in it. It's gonna be a really big deal. It's gonna be a really big deal, and it's like a 5-second scene.
Yeah, and it's...
Oh, yeah.
I feel personally exploited by that.
It's
they kind of also tried making LeFou bisexual.
LeFou.
That's fine if they go all out. But I don't need a 5-second scene.
Yeah, go all the way or don't do it at all.
Don't create so much fucking hype just for a 5-second scene for the sake of hype.
Yeah, that's true.
They must have gone to advanced bandit school or something.
My problem was with the main character, Emma Watson. I cannot see her as anything other than Hermione Granger.
I'd love to give you a
for
really
so
long and detailed explanation of what's going on, but oh look, we're out of time.
I thought she was all right as Belle.
She wasn't bad, but it's hard going past that.
It's true.
Like, Daniel Radcliffe has made a name for himself now. He'll always be known as Harry Potter, but he's made basically a very good name for himself now. He's
basically
doing
pulled a
good
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he's basically pulled a Patrick Stewart. Emma Watson hasn't done that yet. If she had knocked this out of the park, maybe she would have, but...
Luke Wilson, I think his name is. He actually was a really good guest.
Oh, Luke Evans.
Luke Evans, yeah.
Yeah. I loved him because he was in The Hobbit and he was more Orlando Bloom than Orlando Bloom. I legit confused the two when they were side by side.
Yeah!
So, if anyone could pull off Gaston, it's someone who could make Orlando Bloom not look like Orlando Bloom.
Like, he looked like Orlando Bloom specifically from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Exactly, and it worked.
It was confusing. Because you never see them at the same time, but they're very important at about the same plot points.
I feel so cold.
They're also releasing the three names for their live action Aladdin.
Oh yeah, I heard that Will Smith was going to be the genie.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. wait for the hip hop release of "You've Got a Friend."
No,
You've
like
never had a friend
my
like me.
problem with that is I've had a conversation with someone about the problem with Will Smith, and that Will Smith needs to realize and embrace the fact that he is a parody of himself at this point, like William Shatner has.
Yes.
He needs to embrace that.
You laugh whenever he was like, "You'll never guess who Genie was." I was constantly throwing out way better examples, like
up to and including Robin Williams' corpse. That would have been better than Will Smith.
I would like to see Louis C.K. as the Genie.
No, I had some pretty good ideas. What was it? Shaq. I mean, he's done a Genie before.
Yeah, terribly.
I know, but
I would
that
still
would be
pick Will
funny.
Smith over him.
But no, James Earl Jones. That would have been funny.
Don't worry, he's being Mufasa in the live action.
I know. I'm glad they brought him back.
I'm glad they brought it. He will be the one shining ray of hope in that movie so far.
What was the other one that
as soon as I heard Beyonce's Nala, I'm like, okay, you're pandering too much.
What's the other one that I thought that was a good idea? Oh, The Rock. Wait, was it The Rock? Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I can buy
Markiplier.
Dwayne Johnson being.
Oh yeah, Markiplier. Markiplier as Genie.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would be perfect. Absolutely.
I'd pay to see him over Will Smith.
Yeah. And
No. You know what would be funny if it was Mark and Jacksepticeye as Pumbaa.
Yes. Yes, that would work. But then, which one's the flamboyant one? They could both be the flamboyant one.
Yeah, I would say make Jack Timon and Mark.
Yes, that would work. I can see that.
I think Interstellar is a great remake of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
No sorrow for those lost in righteous battles.
That's mean, but I love that movie, but it is like 50% references to 2001: A Space Odyssey. There are two characters in this movie who are literally just the black obelisks.
Sorrow for those lost in righteous battles.
Let's talk about bad remakes.
No,
I already threw this.
Obviously the one that jumps to my mind immediately is Tom Cruise Mummy.
What would you have me do?
Yeah.
Nah,
one that jumps to my mind is Power Rangers.
Was that one really super bad? Because I've heard both sides.
Okay,
No.
let's just say from a Power Rangers.
Power Rangers is bad. The kids are actually okay.
All right.
Well, then
But
again,
no one
kids
goes to
don't
see
really
Power
know any
Rangers for the
better.
kids. They go to Power Rangers for the Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they barely had Power Rangers. in the freaking movie.
I've got a good remake or reboot, I guess. The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, that was
I
bad.
couldn't tell you. I've never seen it.
The Dragon
It's
Ball live
not that
action.
great.
The fact they even suggested at a sequel is probably the most insulting thing.
Don't forget the Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Let's talk about.
I forgot about that.
Let's talk about good adaptations then. Specifically, video game and anime. Are there any good video game and anime that's not a video game or an anime? That's a comic. I'm not talking comics.
Video game or okay, sorry.
I want to argue Doom wasn't that bad.
Who? What?
Doom.
Yeah, I thought Doom was
fine.
Honestly,
I think that.
Wait, so adaptations from video games and anime into movies?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Prince of Persia was pretty good.
Yeah, Prince of Persia was great.
Scott Pilgrim versus the
the most successful one was Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
and I
don't
see that commercial.
Like I'm welcome to you guys disagreeing with me, but I'm saying these because of the camp made it better.
Super Mario Brothers.
What?
Super Mario
No,
Brothers.
forget Super Mario Brothers. I'm talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, those were fantastic.
Oh, the first one was good. The second one was shit.
And then the Street Fighter.
Second one fell apart due to characters not having in their contract syndrome.
Yeah, and then there's Street Fighter with Rault Julie.
Well, that's just
Again,
Lord
the first
Julie
one was
is
good.
awesome.
So good though.
Again, the first one was good. Legend
Yeah.
of Chun Li was terrible.
Oh yeah, no, that was terrible.
Has there been a good anime live action adaptation?
Would you consider Death Note good?
I haven't seen either.
Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright.
Oh yeah, that's right. I love
There was a
that.
live action?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty fun actually.
Japan only, but I thought it was great.
I know a lot of people complained about this, but I enjoyed the Ghost in the Shell movie.
I haven't seen
I
it.
really want to though.
I hear
Yeah,
I hear it tries to be the original, but
I don't want to sit on it.
concept of embracing technology.
Not even wet or
The
anything.
moral is the literally exact opposite of what the original it's trying to remake is.
Oh, is it? What are they trying to tell in Ghost in the Shell?
Like, you remember the original movie, she ends up, like, combining her intelligence with the AI and takes her new body form. They do the exact opposite. She rejects it to keep her singularity. And it's like, no, it's not. It's like, that's the exact opposite of what it was about.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Shrek.
I have a pretty proposal for you.
I'm glad
I know
no
I
one
get a
has-
lot of flack for this one too, but I'll throw it out there anyway, just for the visuals. Speed Racer.
Oh
No,
yeah,
you can
Yeah,
you
the
can love
visuals
that
are pretty
movie. That's fine. You can
yeah,
love
that
it.
one was cool. I this is what I feel like. I feel like the Speed Racer movie is the prime example of like I kind of relate it to like if they actually made an F-Zero movie.
Yeah, they were at least trying. When they were out of the cars and it was just people, it kind of did start falling apart because they made it a bit too kid-friendly. But once they got in the cars, I was like, yep, this is a good movie. I don't mind this
I'm really
one
glad
bit.
no one has said Attack on Titan because that was awful.
Oh yeah.
That was like the most boring thing ever. I never leave the theater to go to the bathroom until it's done. I got up and went to the bathroom during that movie.
Have you heard that Sonic the Hedgehog is getting a live action?
Hurry up!
Yeah.
Are you talking about that third-party company that they actually got
no.
Jaleel White to voice?
I also heard that it's directed by the guy who made the Smurfs movies, so we know what kind of movie we're getting.
Although, granted,
Because
I
if
will
it's
at
the
least...
same one I'm thinking of, their model for Sonic is ugly.
Although I will give him the benefit of the doubt with Sonic. Sonic has interacted with human beings before, so...
On a hit or miss basis.
We do not talk
like
about
Ninja
2006.
Worse. They individually modeled his hair. It looks terrible.
You would try to hide from us behind.
You're the one trying to.
You there. Stand by my right as a wizard of fate. You shall
They
not
made his hair look like...
Have they released that
It's none of your
FMA
concern, and
live
she is a
action yet?
danger
Or are they
to
still working on it?
and others.
I think they're still
working on it.
Now, if you
Oh,
wish to die,
here's what I'm really excited about. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They're actually working on a live-action JoJo's Bizarre
Yeah,
Adventure.
no, that looks good, and so does FMA, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
We can't let her escape.
Dude, it's with Josuke.
Yeah, it's part 4.
Yeah, it's part 4.
Oh my god.
It looks so good.
They can't.
They have the hair!
If they screw that up, oh my god.
Have you seen
How
the
can
picture
you-
of how the actor playing Jotaro got his hair to look?
Yes.
It's so good.
He has Heihachi's hair, so he can get the look right.
It's like Starlit where it has all three.
Yeah? What do you want?
Why don't we have a live-action Legend of Zelda yet?
No, because Nintendo won't allow it.
Because Nintendo said, Mario Bros. Screwed up, we can't do it.
Because Nintendo holds onto their properties very, very, very tightly.
They could super easily just make that into a
Well, it's all
generic
they've
fantasy Lord of the Rings ripoff, and it would be great. Also, I think I'm gonna go ahead and
Way
say,
ahead of you,
I know a lot of people in America disagree. I think World of Warcraft was the best video game adaptation into a movie.
I haven't
That
seen
one
it.
I didn't mind.
I
As someone who's not...
absolutely love that movie.
I haven't
but I'm a
seen it yet.
huge I'm a huge lore whore when it comes to Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
So there was a lot more in that movie for someone like me.
World of Warcraft movie.
As someone who's not really familiar with Warcraft, it was annoying dealing with like 6
What you
main
got for me this
characters
time?
and
I
jumping
agree.
between their points. But at the exact same time, everything was easy to understand and it was an enjoyable movie.
I think the biggest thing I could take from it is I saw it with 2 friends who don't really like fantasy movies all that much. They both enjoyed it, and they were both like, I couldn't remember any character's name, but it was easy enough to follow the story despite that.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go pee, because I'm like gonna pop if I don't.
Yeah. Another point for World of Warcraft is a lot. Like I'm not sure Shrike said it. I kind of zoned out. I heard a lot of people say, like a lot of the fans are saying, like, oh, it's not a World of Warcraft game. But if you treat it as just a movie and not think about the lore, it was good as a movie.
They had to take some liberties because it's Hollywood and they have to make it so that the base Joe will understand it, like for example me. So I can see where certain fans would get upset by that, but at the exact same time, they succeeded with what they want. They brought World of Warcraft to the big screen, and they had it interesting enough that the average Joe would go and see it.
World of Warcraft was a very difficult story to put together.
It's no different from how Peter Jackson got the Lord of the Rings in there. Trying to jump into that was very hard.
What was that, James?
Because they keep screwing it up.
I shouldn't be surprised. Educated as you cannot spell a wild mage when you see one.
Yes, I do. The problem with the Warcraft, I'm
if
sure
you
we
wish to die for the
with you, you pompous
The problem with the
creep.
Warcraft movie is they start with Warcraft 1, but for the sake of a franchise they're making, Warcraft doesn't have persistent important characters until Warcraft 3.
Exactly.
That's a big problem with the franchise. And it's like, I feel like they could have started with Warcraft 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's where I started.
Yeah, because I felt like the most engaging part of Warcraft 3 was Arthas's face heel turn.
Also, I'm very upset there's a deleted scene.
What you want?
There's a deleted scene of Duratan talking with one of the Green Orcs. And Grom's only speaking role in the movie was a deleted scene, where they talk about how the Fellblood has made him stronger, but then they make a joke like, "But you are green," and they start laughing about that.
I didn't want to involve you, but if I had
But in the final battle,
elbow
between the
deep in my
portal and the
brains right
Mak'gora,
Since
you
were
can
kind
see
enough to save me
Grom,
from those wizardly
Necros,
bugs,
and
I was wondering if I could stay with you for
Kilrog, and
For your protection, as
Kargath
well as mine.
in the crowd.
I see,
If you know what you're
fantastic.
looking for.
Let me just get my...
Grom leads the orcs running to the backside of
ready
the
to go
portal they
now.
can't go through. And Kargath basically hangs around Grom the entire time. You don't know these characters. Why am I bothering
Are you talking about Grom Hellscream?
Yeah.
The fact no one's mentioned the Double Dragon movie is very telling.
I thought Grom was Thrall's like a brother of Thrall. It might have just been like a war brother, but he seemed like he was
Eventually.
Eventually. It seemed like he was around the same age as Thrall.
No.
How old is Grom compared to?
Do you know Garrosh Hellscream?
No.
Okay, Garrosh Hellscream until recently was leader of the Horde when Thrall went to go deal with the Cataclysm. Garrosh Hellscream is Grom's son. Garrosh is still older than Thrall. Because Garrosh was born before everyone went to the portal. Thrall was born on Azeroth.
Yeah, okay.
Grom is old enough that his son is older than Thrall.
Okay.
Hurry up, if you insist.
And yet Thrall became war chief before Garrosh?
Thrall became war chief because Thrall re-rallied the Horde after they got their asses kicked by the Alliance. Anybody following Thrall is following Thrall because they know Thrall's a fucking badass and brought them all together.
I still wish he'd come back.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, I actually really like the fact that they're using a troll leader now. That's
no,
not bad.
he's dead. Actually, Sylvanas.
He's already dead? What the
Yeah.
crap?
Sylvanas is leading the Horde now.
All of the cool
What?
Horde
Are you
people are
serious?
dead.
Wait,
Yes, I am
Sylvanas, the undead, the Dark Ranger?
Yes, I am serious.
Yep.
As
Yep.
Vol'jin, yeah, Varian and Vol'jin both die in the assault on the Broken Shore in the startup for Legion.
Hurry up!
Mind is blown.
And so Anduin takes.
Wait, what
over
about
for
Varian Wren? Did he actually survive?
No, he's dead. He got blown the fuck up, dude.
Okay, good.
It was a very important cinematic as he cries out in agony with Fel going across this thing, and he explodes personally by Gul'dan.
Wow. Okay.
Vol'jin gets poisoned by Fel poison and lives long enough to make it back to Orgrimmar, and he names Sylvanas as leader of the Horde for whatever reason.
What?
Yeah, that's a really random thing.
Did one of Sylvanas' banshees possess him when he was sick?
Yeah.
You know what?
He's
you know what? Sylvanas would be a better war chief than Garrosh.
Yeah, but then Sylvanas immediately tries to start a war with Gin Greymane, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What would you have?
Well, she's
Yeah, good,
clearly
fuck
a
him.
bitter, like she's clearly been made bitter because she was revived as like an undead soldier because of what was it, Kel'Thuzad?
No, Arthas. The problem is Blizzard can't decide if they want her to be a villain or a hero.
Yeah.
And
They also can't decide if they want the Horde being douchebags or not, just so that the Alliance looks better.
They don't need okay, the Alliance, if you look into the story, the Alliance is worse than the Horde, honestly.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because, humanity
The
is
Horde
humanity is a
are
piece of garbage.
very much
Well,
good
up
guys.
until Sylvanas got involved, anyways.
Yeah.
Sylvanas has slowly been tipping, like, Jaina and Sylvanas have both slowly been tipping the horrors, sides on either, whatever. Oh, but Varrock Sourfang is now the orc leader of the Horde. So, none of you know who that is. He's the Varrock Sourfang is the Chuck Norris of World of Warcraft.
Nice.
No joke.
So does he go around roundhouse kicking things?
No, he has a cleave instead.
Okay.
He was just a basic NPC that ended a quest in vanilla, but due to a bug, when he was mind controlled, his cleave ability did 4 times as much damage as it was supposed to.
Whoa.
You could mind control him and just decimate Orgrimmar easily. So he became this huge mimetic badass because of that. Then when they released Encourage, they had him lead the combined efforts against the old gods coming out. And they just keep building on him. He ends up being this. They keep building on him in universe to the point where when he takes over for the orcs after Thrall leaves, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I turned him into this amazing war hero because of the glitch.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, he has quite the pedigree. His brother is Broxigard the Red, who is the only mortal to ever land a damaging blow against Sargeras due to time travel.
Time travel.
And his son gets Arthas and is raised as the
what you got for me this time?
greatest Death Knight in his army.
What would you have me do? All right, all right.
When you add time travel to a story, it's gonna get unnecessarily complicated. I mean, just look at Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
You don't need me to explain that when Xehanort mentions time travel, I'm like, really? You really need time travel in this?
Yes, we
After
do.
all of the twisted turns that you really made in the story already.
The best way I can sum up how complicated the Kingdom Hearts story is, Starbomb, which is the band that Game Grumps is mostly, it's like Game Grumps plus Ninja Sex Party about video game song. They have like the simple plot of Final Fantasy VII starring Cloud. It's not simple, and then they have a sequel, which is Metal Gear Solid starring Snake. And at the end, Danny, the host of the show, is like, "God, can someone get me a new guy with a simple plot?" And he's like, "Hi, I'm Sora from Kingdom Hearts." No.
That's about right. Mm-hmm.
Here's Red. From the Pokemon series.
Fan, and I'm absolutely willing to agree that it's not the straightest.
Oh my God! Let me tell you how to describe Metal Gear Solid simply. You sneak around and save the world.
Yep.
Cardboard boxes are your best friend.
Barely behind you.
Until they're not.
Facing the Sword Coast seem
if you find a man named Otacon, trust him.
Gorion would not have
You've already made it way too complicated for the sake of
perhaps investigate.
Everything's very military until the giant mechas come out, and then it gets weird.
Wait, I can sum up the entire plot of Metal Gear Solid in 2 words.
Metal Gear?
Nanomachine, son.
It's true.
Yeah.
Metal Gear
it
Rising
Revengeance
is Nanomachine is 1 word.
Yeah,
Metal Gear
Nanomachine
Rising
son.
Revengeance is significantly underappreciated.
What, Revengeance? Yeah. I love Revengeance.
That's very tongue-in-cheek, not really necessarily part of the main franchise. We're just gonna have fun with this.
Oh, it's fucking amazing.
Those are the kinds that I love the most,
Yeah.
where you could just say, yeah, we're just gonna take the
Then
piss.
again,
That's what made me like 3.
I think Platinum Games could make any fighting game based on that system, and it would be phenomenal.
3 wasn't taking the piss out of anything.
Oh, speaking of games turned into movies by taking the piss out of DOA.
I'm talking about the...
DNA?
DOA. Dead or Alive.
I'm talking about all
Kono
the sequels
Dioda?
and all those
the
extra
Dead or
scenes
Alive
that they
movie
added
they made.
after the fact that made fun of all the other scenes.
Yeah, those are just extras, though.
I know, but I like that they actually added those because
Yeah.
it added a layer of like, this is not serious. We're having fun with this. That's what
Those are not serious. We're having fun with this. Yes, the
Yeah.
game itself is serious. Having fun with
Also,
it.
the-
It wasn't an entire game of just
Yeah.
ridiculous, retarded stuff.
They've done a few
I also
live
like
action
the heavy
specials for
references
Halo
to
that are
James
pretty
Bond.
good. Yeah. Anybody
Yeah,
get
they were pretty good.
Yeah.
I missed that.
The whole reason I put the Dead or Alive on there is because they have a volleyball concert, because they know it works. They do it to distract the main villain, because they know people will buy Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
The movie is so self-aware, it's amazing.
Good choice.
That's about it, too.
Ow.
I appreciate any genre, franchise, or even just individual installments where they can look at themselves and make fun of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have gotten ridiculous. Yes,
What
our
would
head
you
has
have
gotten
me do
so
if
far
you
up our
insist?
butt, all we can see is brown.
I would have thought they would have seen red instead.
If there's red up your butt, you need to see a doctor. That.
That's what I
You
was
just
gonna
broke your
say.
pelvis with your head, so that's kind of why.
Or you're a contortionist.
Plus, I can vouch that
Stand away,
putting things in your butt
citizen.
makes it a little bit redder.
But Tish. Good night.
That wasn't a joke.
Your wish? All right.
I mean, it was
all
supposed to be
right.
funny and inappropriate.
All
but-
right.
Still.
Nature's servant awaits.
Can we all just agree that if we were Crusaders, we would dual wield jet hammers?
Hurry up, if you insist.
What?
Yes.
Can we all agree that if I was a Crusader, I would be dual wielding jet hammers?
Yes.
Are you talking about the group that's in Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. He's talking about the new video for Overwatch that they added on BlizzCon.
Reinhardt's backstory with Baldrick.
It's so good.
It is fucking brutal.
Does it go into his backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Battle of Eichenwald, where
and why he joined
where
Overwatch.
where his leader Baldrick dies. Baldrick goes out in a blaze of glory, dude.
Yeah.
Although, granted, if you're a hero character that has to be killed off, wouldn't you have it any other way? Would you have it any other way?
Fair point.
If I was a main charter in it, like
Dual
a good,
wielding rocket hammers.
if I was a good like a protagonist in a story and my death had to have meaning, I'd go out in a blaze of glory, and on my death's door, I'd like try to take as many of them with me as I could.
There was that one movie, I can't remember what its name was, but it's all black and white. Can't launch an atomic bomb, so I'm gonna ride that sucker all the way down.
No, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Cowboy hat riding.
Yeah,
Yeehaw.
pretty much the character.
Yeah.
Pretty much the character says as they're dying, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me.
All right.
Sort of thing.
See, that's the difference between you and I. Where you see one man, I see four.
Brilliant.
Where's that from?
Helsing Abridged.
Your name is Yoshikaga Kira. You think you're so smart, and even a stupid kid like me was able to figure out who you are. Do you really think you're gonna stay safe that long? Fuck you.
So what Koichi thought his last words would be, essentially.
It's kind of why I give the second Punisher movie, Warzone, a little bit of credit just for the villain. When he realized that who he was up against, he immediately, instead of pleading for his life, just went, F you. I know I'm dead, so F you.
I don't remember the second Punisher. I like the first one. Oh,
no, the first one was amazing. The first one was
Look,
entertaining.
I love the German guy scene.
The first one was entertaining simply because you're having John Travolta try to be the villain and try to keep his acting above ham level.
Oh.
How on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did he at?
How hammy was he?
How much did he succeed in not hamming himself up?
You must gather your party before.
4.
Remember it this way. I'm pretty sure the least hammy John Travolta has ever been is Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
And that's
although
still
I could
pretty
throw
hammy.
out like Saturday Night Fever or some of his earlier stuff.
And if we can say the best ham John Travolta has ever been, no. Has ever been was Face Off.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The best way when someone described what you have now is Nicolas Cage acting like John Travolta, acting like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, that's about right. Although I will give Battlefield Earth a very good run for its money.
I want his face off. My dad has said Pulp Fiction is the only movie he has ever taken John Travolta seriously in.
There was also that other movie he did. I think it's called From Paris with Love, where he was a spy. He hammed that entire movie.
Stand away.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
Now here's a new question.
I actually liked the Ghost Rider movie.
Okay.
Good.
It was okay. It could have been worse.
And I do
You're dealing with Nicolas Cage.
I do love the giant flaming mech scene from Ghost Rider 2.
Yes, again, you're dealing with
Although,
Nicolas Cage. You
I
have to-
will say up front, once that bike scene happened with the like close up on Nicolas Cage's face as he's going in and out of the Ghost Rider motif, I swear I like burst out laughing when I saw it in the theater and I couldn't stop.
Yeah, again, this is Nicolas Cage. You have to have allowance for him.
I didn't say it was good. I said I enjoyed it. There's a distinct difference between
Yeah, I mean, hey, to be fair, I hadn't laughed that hard in I feel like that was the hardest I had ever laughed in my
New question. Who do you think has had the most ham in any movie?
William Shatner.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, but you have to specify which movie
William
and
Shatner
what role.
hasn't been in that many movies.
I will throw.
I guess I was thinking Star Trek as well. But
Well, I'll throw
Until now,
William
I've been able to
Shatner
keep my
in
head
the
above water.
made-to-DVD movie
Yet here
Little
with you,
Him.
it seems almost
Hmm.
easy.
He did his stereotypical
Well,
stop
yes, there's
speech.
obviously that.
You know
I
what
just meant
I'm
that
talking
ordinary
about.
things are
He
easier.
knew it was
I'm not
absolute
constantly
ham,
worried
and
where my next meal is coming from.
fully embraced.
Can we
Kobolds will
remove
sneak up
comedies
and
from
slit my
this?
throat as I sleep.
Fair enough.
Because
Okay.
otherwise, every single character in the movie Undercover Brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pillow,
And
pillow
also
play,
Austin
All
Powers.
that and more. My fortune seems to have come in waves.
So serious movie with hammy
That's
characters.
me, born and raised in the thicket.
Anything with Raul
At least
Julia.
the
Yeah, I was about to say
mistakes
Raul
piled up
Julia.
high enough to come crashing
Daredevil.
down on me.
Yes.
What's his name?
Which
Played
character?
Bullseye. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Oh yeah.
Colin Firth.
Yeah, Colin. Yeah,
They would've.
my brain died on
Or
his
two.
name for a sec. But yeah, Colin
Don't
as
count
Bullseye.
Jeffrey Burns.
Oh
You
my
think
god.
Kingpin was
Completely
hamming
accidental,
it
and
up
everybody
well?
lived
Oh,
for
he
a
was
while.
having the
At
time
least
of
I'm
his
pretty
life.
Sure everybody lived.
Yeah,
that
movies
movie.
like that are the most
During our
enjoyable.
magical training, we were supposed to summon a
Batman
spirit.
and Robin, everyone except George
Run away
Clooney.
from the
Yeah.
This is why
George
Superman
Clooney-
works alone.
Can we include
George
Arnold
Clooney was the
Schwarzenegger
only one
as
who
hammy
took that
character?
movie seriously. Everyone else knew it was garbage and decided just.
That's why I bring a back card.
What killed the
Accident or not, I should've been more
dinosaurs?
careful.
The Ice Age.
Exactly.
Or-
And again,
Slipped
most
under
things
water.
with Arnold in
Instead,
it is
I ran
just
away.
Arnold
absolute
and
ass.
Sylvester
Sylvester
What I
Stallone.
Whoa. Arnold, what was the one where he was with Danny DeVito? I forget.
That sounds like a comedy.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, is it? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I forgot. Yeah.
No, we're doing straight serious
Arnold
movies.
Schwarzenegger in any serious movie he was in during the action phase.
Would you count Commando?
Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan.
Oh, good.
So I
Yes,
asked
very
High
good. Hulk
Forest.
Hogan.
I've been wondering
And
for
yeah,
a while now.
Can
got
we
a few
count
ideas for a
the guy who
destination,
plays
but I'm
Drax
still
in
considering
Guardians of the
them.
Galaxy, or does that count?
Yes.
Batista?
No,
Oh,
that's a
God,
comedy.
no.
That's a comedy.
Technically, it is a comedy, but he's playing a straight character.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I would
half
say
and half.
that's an action comedy.
I know he's CG, but like, okay, the oh no, that's not him.
Anything
Never
Jeremy
mind.
Irons is in.
Yeah.
The Dungeons and Dragons movie, he
Oh my.
chewed scenery like there was nobody's business.
Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug.
Yes.
He did
Yes.
the motion capture for Smaug.
I feel like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange.
There's a nice little folk story where it says, why did it cost so much money to make The Hobbit? It was to turn Benedict Cumberbatch into a dragon. No, turning Benedict Cumberbatch into a dragon was easy. They needed that money to turn him human again. And you know what? As ridiculous as that sounds, I kind of believe it.
Oh, Sir Ian McKellen in any movie he's in.
Your wish?
Eat cleaning.
Yeah.
Like both as Magneto and Gandalf.
Yeah.
Going back to the Benedict Cumberbatch, can we say that he hammed up as Khan in Star Trek Into Darkness?
Yes, he
Oh, he
did.
was the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Oh, Sean Connery.
The Rock.
Oh yeah, Sean Connery.
Anytime he's trying to do an accent that isn't... While we go on that line, let's just throw out Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Can we throw an actual fight as hamming up?
Sure.
Dwayne Johnson versus Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious 5.
Yes.
Fast 5,
now,
Fast Furious.
Nowadays, pretty much anything Dwayne Johnson is in.
He's actually a pretty good actor, though, to be fair.
Yeah, he is really good.
He can do serious
Another
stuff pretty
comedy,
well.
dang it.
What'd
I
you
was
say,
about to say The Pacifier.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
No, when I think of like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, half the stuff he did was hammy. I want to say
Scorpion King.
The Scorpion King or Mummy 2.
Yeah.
Rise of the Scorpion King. Just the fact that the guy who played the Mummy had to dash out and go no because he wasn't in place properly was probably the most hammiest thing I'd ever seen.
Hurry up!
The Mummy in general. Basically, Brendan Fraser and the guy who plays the Mummy. I think.
Yeah, you could technically consider that. I want to consider that a comedy because I don't consider it horror.
I don't consider it horror either.
I would say it's like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a comedy action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that would be safe.
Like Rush Hour.
Casting spells
Yeah,
isn't
definitely.
as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Jackie Chan in any serious movie he's in.
Yeah. Drunken Fist.
Legend of the Drunken Master. I love that movie. I think that actually might be my favorite one of my favorite kung fu movies.
No, my favorite kung fu movie is oh, what is that? I forget what it's called now.
Is it bad? My favorite kung fu movie is Kung Pao Let Enter the Fist.
That's a good one.
I was thinking of that, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. What's that one where the guy learns how to do kung fu by reading a book when he was a kid?
Oh, Kung Fu Hustle.
That one. That's my favorite.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Produced by Michael Bay.
Oh my god, yes. Do you know the new cartoon now has its very first African-American April O'Neil?
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
Is this a new one?
Yeah, the new one that's coming out is being voiced by a bunch of new people. They're saying that the first April O'Neil is going to be African-American.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm looking at this and going, that's interesting. Please don't make that her only character trait. Make her interesting.
Yeah.
You can't focus on just that, or else we end up in the Power Rangers.
Then again, to be fair, they did add a lot of character to April in the most recent show. They actually made her a ninja, made her an actual ninja, and she actually is half alien.
Can I just say, every animated Ninja Turtles series has been fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
In its own way, yeah.
Because I enjoyed the 2003 show with like all the turtles being overly roided up creatures.
Oh, that show was amazing for the first 4 seasons.
Wait, what was that one again?
The
That was
early
the
2000s one, where they had like
The one where
white
they got
eyes.
heavily mutated?
Yeah.
I've wanted to have seen that again for so long. I don't remember how to find it.
Wait, is it the one where they went into the future, came back, and then
Yeah.
there was an
that,
alien?
That was like season 5. Yeah, up to season 4 was really good.
Speaking of hammy actors, I will throw out.
Hurry
Oh
up.
God, what's his name?
The movie hasn't come out yet, but can I go ahead and say Jason Momoa in Justice League?
Yes.
Oh, as
No, the guy-
Aquaman?
Yeah, Jason Momoa in real life is that hammy.
Okay, am I the only person who only remembers Jason Momoa as that one character in Stargate Atlantis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jason Momoa has an axe throwing range in his basement.
He has that what?
Has an axe throwing range in his basement.
What the hell?
Yeah. You see him with his 2 bodyguards, and they look like mini bosses you have to fight before the main boss.
Jason Momoa is amazing. And he is hands down, I'm calling it right now, hands down going to be the best part of the Justice League movie.
He's like basically Justice League's version of Thor at this point.
Yeah.
Plus, he's probably about as hot as Chris Hemsworth, to be fair.
I'm not
The
disagreeing
guy
with you.
playing Aquaman?
Yeah, Jason Momoa. He was also Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones. That's where he really
Yeah.
got his a name made for himself.
And if I remember correctly, his
Wouldn't
name
know
was
that.
Ronan in Stargate Atlantis.
Yes. I can't think of the actor's name, but Agent Smith from The Matrix. Pretty much everything he's done has been pure.
Oh yeah. God, I just had his name. Give me a sec.
Exactly. I lost it too.
He was also Elrond.
Elrond, he was the voice of
Megatron.
Megatron in all the Transformers movies that Michael Bay did. I can't think of his name.
God, it's on the tip of my tongue. This is
He
gonna
was
drive
in
me
V
insane.
for Vendetta.
I know
He was V
exactly.
for Vendetta.
Oh my God, I hate you for this.
Way to go.
For the fallen!
I'm gonna remember it. I'm not gonna look it up.
But yeah, everything he's done has been pure ham and cheese as well.
Don't make me hungry. I will drive 13 hours to.
Wait, which actor
there
were you
and
talking about again?
Where you are.
Agent Smith.
What would you have me do?
Elrond. The main guy from V for Vendetta.
Oh, I had it for a second.
God, it's happening! This must be the work of an enemy stand.
Zap, water though. Forget. This
That
isn't
elf
any
guy.
easier for me because I'm trying to remember it too. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Tongue.
I could easily
Hugo
Google this, but
Weaving.
Yes,
thank
there
you.
we go.
Oh
Thank
my
you.
God.
That should not have been a struggle.
Thank you, Google.
Oh, you
The
cheating
struggle is
fuck.
real.
Hey, you never said anything about looking it up.
I was constantly saying I don't want to look it up. I want to figure it
But
out.
you never told me I couldn't.
That's, whatever. No one likes you.
Hurry up!
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I am sure about everything I say.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can disprove you right here and now. Literally everyone from the stream, everyone streaming at this stream right now likes me in some capacity.
They're lying to make you feel better.
Sure they are.
We have like 3 people in this group like that.
Stand away,
Sure.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Brendan.
Not like immediately here in the call right now, but one of
Stop you,
them's
Brendan.
British, one's Canadian, and you're the other one.
Very well.
So you want to take
I'm kidding,
a look
obviously.
around?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Who else is really hammy in serious movies?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one I can't take seriously whenever I see them.
Oh,
Shaq.
Ving Rhames. He was always super hammy.
Wait, what about something Ray? Dang it!
Bill Murray.
I derped now. What?
Bill
No?
Murray.
Yes, Bill Murray.
Wow, really? Is
Whenever
that what you were
he's in a
going for?
serious role.
Yeah!
You were thinking of Ray from Ghostbusters, the character.
Yes, thank you.
Bill Murray.
Stand away.
Bill Murray in any serious role was kind of hammy, but
Osmosis
Hurry
Jones.
up. Very well.
So ham that up.
but that's a
That's a
comedy.
comedy, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is a comedy.
That's a comedy, then an action.
And
I'd
plus,
say.
Bill Murray in Osmosis Jones was disgusting.
Tired.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. God, if you want to go Bill Murray, I'll throw out Woody Harrelson.
Every single actor in the Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Wombat.
Look, if you wanted to go Bill Murray, I'd throw out Woody Harrelson. His performance in 2012 was just absolute cheese.
Keanu Reeves in Point Break.
Much work to
Yes,
be done.
Keanu Reeves in John Wick.
Keanu Reeves is a fantastic actor who's gotten a lot of crap for having his whoa phase.
Yeah, I know, but
And he's like an amazing person too.
What about Van Damme?
That's kind of why I want to call him kind of
Dang it!
hammy, because that's all I know.
It's all comedies. Dang it! I was about to say something else.
You gave me a name and I can't remember the name. I'm gonna hate myself.
You said
Dolph
Van
Lundgren.
Damme. Yes, Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yeah.
What's the guy from Baywatch again? I forget him.
Wayne The Rock Johnson.
No, the old one.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
I love David Hasselhoff.
If you see Kung Fury, the fact that he sang that theme song was amazing.
I'm not sure. Kurt Russell?
Yes.
Is he
Nowadays, yes.
He's not really that hammy. I think the only time where he was kind of Tombstone.
I think I'm coughing up.
I don't know. I feel like he kind of like a little bit in Escape from New York.
Oh, and I guess he was slightly hammy in Guardians 2. So
he was nothing but ham and cheese in The Hateful Eight.
Guardians 2. Once again, comedy action. I would like to point out, Kurt Russell, when defeating the monster in The Thing, it roars at him while he's lighting a stick of dynamite, and he goes, "Yeah, well, fuck you too," and throws the dynamite.
Yeah, that was great. I just watched that recently, and I think that's one of my favorite things.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Also has Keith David.
Duh, yeah, Keith David. He's great. We are completely forgetting someone who has done serious movies, but is hammy no matter what he does. Christopher Walken.
Oh my god! Oh,
just his way of speaking alone is enough.
I got a fever, and that prescription is more cowbell.
He's actually
Just seeing him as King Louie in The Jungle Book made me burst out laughing.
I've got a new question since we're exhausting this one.
Yeah.
What actors do you think perfectly portrayed the role they were cast in? Such as Wolverine.
Angelina Jolie is Maleficent.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, she kind of needed a padded bra for that one, but yeah, I'll let that one slide.
I can't remember his first name. Begins with a V. Rames as Aragorn. Basically everybody.
Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah, Viggo Mortensen. Thank you.
Vin Diesel as Groot.
Basically everybody. Basically everybody in Lord of the
Marvel
Rings was
universe.
perfectly for their role.
Yeah, everyone in the Marvel
Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Well, the Marvel Expanded Universe also.
Can I say Ron Perlman as the voice of Deathstroke? Because Ron Perlman looks like Slade Wilson.
He totally does.
I want him to play Slade Wilson if they do a live action.
Speaking of Deathstroke, how about Deadpool?
Oh yeah, Ryan
Reynolds
Reynolds is Deadpool.
As soon as I heard they wanted Ryan Reynolds wanted Deadpool, I'm like, that sounds great.
That sounds like it was a match made in heaven.
Even back in Wolverine times.
Yeah. Protested.
Ian McKellen as Magneto, Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Casting spells isn't as easy as I make it look. I'm tired.
Perfect for their roles. Who else? Keanu Reeves in most of his roles is perfect for it. Like,
yeah, he seemed like he was. Yeah.
I've seen an interview with the producers or the directors of John Wick. They were stunt guys first who worked with Keanu Reeves during The Matrix, and they picked Keanu because he does a lot of his own action stuff, and you can build up action way better if you have an actor who's willing to do the action.
Are we okay to
Bandage over here.
Well, if we're going kung fu, that one guy, Tony Jaa, who did Ong Bak.
Yeah, okay, keep in mind, and when I say roles, I mean, like, these have to be roles for characters and stories that pre-exist, and these characters just feel like they're, like...
Always been a part of it?
Yeah, they feel like they what's it called? Not ergonomic,
like
organically...
Jr. as Tony
They
Stark.
organically fit into their roles. Like, for example, Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark.
Let's exclude everyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, only because like they actually tailor make each actor or actress for that specific role.
Positive. Actually, I don't want to harp on it, but I really don't feel Scarlett Johansson.
What?
As much.
Huh.
Interesting.
As much.
Considering we've gone through 3 Hulks, I'll say Ruffalo was the one that feels the most.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
Like nothing against the other 2, they were decent Hulks, but it felt like Ruffalo.
Yeah.
It was made for him.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Urban is Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
That was actually really good. Yeah.
Carl Urban is Bones too, honestly. In Star Trek.
Yeah. He actually made that work.
Oh, I guess in that sense, Simon Pegg is Scotty.
Yeah, but it was
I
another
was thinking
Marvel
Simon
character.
Pegg, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about
Oh
to
no,
say
it's terrible,
Samuel
Captain!
Jackson.
I can't reach the control panel!
You're a queer fellow. This way.
Then use your fate. I would yell that.
Trying to think of a couple.
I think Gal Gadot has done a great job as Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, she was great.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
She's actually a contender of my new celebrity crush.
I'm also going to bring it back up again. Jason Momoa is. I seriously think he's the best pick they could have had for Aquaman to get people to finally take him seriously again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's the best one. Like he doesn't feel like perfectly an Aquaman, but it definitely feels like that Aquaman that you could actually start taking seriously.
Like you could just walk up and casually start talking with Jason Momoa, and he could say, "By the way, I'm Aquaman," and I could be like, "Yeah, it makes sense."
Yeah. Oh, speaking of superhero roles, I heard that something that actually makes a lot of sense to me. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he's going to be Black Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will work.
So weird. They're going to be doing Black Adam before they do Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but I think they have casted Captain as well. I just forget who it is. But Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam sounds perfect.
Yeah. I will point out, since we're kind of talking about Marvel Universe,
that's
Chris
DC.
Evans. I'm just saying it's the Marvel DC universes. I will say Chris Evans fits a lot more as Captain America than he did as the Human Torch.
I thought he was all right.
I thought he was great for both, honestly.
Yeah. Same thing with.
Yeah, they butchered.
Keep forgetting his freaking name.
they
The guy who
butchered
played
that.
Deadpool.
The guy who did Doom in that movie wasn't bad either.
My brain is like torching with names. Guy.
I think
Ryan
Jesse
Reynolds?
Eisenberg was perfect for like Sleep.
Even though the movie tanked,
Sarcasm.
I still think Ryan Reynolds did a good Hal Jordan in terms of attitude.
Yeah, I think Ryan Reynolds is a great pick for a Hal Jordan. I think they did a very poor job of writing the character after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They did a poor job with that movie in general.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was a perfect Hal Jordan. It's just that that movie really sucked.
It'd be along the lines of also
Me and my
saying that
friend-
Liev
friend-
Schreiber was a decent Sabretooth.
Because let's be honest, nobody could fit the flyboy attitude of Hal Jordan better than Ryan Reynolds.
Me and my friend want Idris Elba for Jon Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I can see him with that.
We also want
Speaking of, if
Ronda
anyone's
Rousey
seen-
for Hot Girl.
Speaking of it, if anyone had seen the Dark Tower, both Idris Elba and McConaughey hit their roles perfectly.
Idris Elba's probably like one of my favorite actors. I also think he would make a great Lex Luthor. So would Bryan
He made
Cranston.
He made a great Shere Khan, put it that way.
Yeah.
Like, he legit made that character terrifying.
Idris Elba is like a young Keith David.
Alright, how about this question? What actors are you surprised that were scripted for a specific movie, and you're like, that shouldn't work, and then you watch the movie and you're like, that works?
Everybody agrees they thought Ben Affleck was going to be the worst part of Batman v Superman, and then it turned out he was fantastic in the best part.
I honestly thought he was going to be good in the role to begin with.
I thought he would do fine. I acknowledge the fact Ben Affleck is actually a pretty good actor.
Yeah,
I really
it's too bad he's kind of a dick in real life.
I couldn't really see him as Batman, but I could definitely see him as Bruce Wayne.
What about Scarlett Johansson as Caw?
That one was...
That was pretty interesting.
You can't see it, but when you see her do it,
when
it's
you
like...
grow up with Caw being a male voice, then you arbitrarily change it female, and you say it's Scarlett Johansson who's going to voice it, and then you get that performance.
What do you want?
It's like,
whoa. Can I just say...
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say the hypnotizing effect in the live action way better?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was like surprised at how good it was. I felt like I was getting hypnotized.
Possibly Frosty. My blade will cut you down to size.
Honestly, I could even throw out King Louis in that movie, having Christopher Walken as King Louis.
Yeah, that actually worked out really well as well.
Well, after the original, you think that you could only have, like, the swinger, King Louis, then you have this Christopher Walken playing essentially a mob boss style.
I think we can all agree the #1 surprisingly good performance was Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one was expecting it to be anywhere near that good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, he was trying to follow along the lines of Jack Nicholson and, more importantly, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark Hamill is the Joker.
Yeah.
I'll need a healer as soon as
okay.
That's something that if you didn't know he was the Joker would be surprised.
Like, back in the day, if all you heard about him doing roles was Luke Skywalker, you couldn't see the Joker.
I would say Mark Hamill as the Joker has had a bigger impact on my life than Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker.
Hurry up!
Yeah,
absolutely.
Also, when I realized Ozai was voiced by Mark Hamill, it took me a moment, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally hear it. He's like a serious Joker.
Yeah.
I am certain to die.
It was specifically the line where he's like, "You're right. I do have the power. I have all the power in the world."
As soon as I found that out, I'm like, you know what? That makes far too much sense, and I'm more than okay with it.
I liked it when he sat down and just voiced the lines of
Andy Serkis as pretty much anything he voices.
That one's gonna leave a mark.
Being actually like not so much about just motion capture, but actually being a really good actor as well. I'll throw that one out.
I really like Ultron, like as a character.
Actually, wait, Vin Diesel is Groot.
What would you
Because when you hear Andy Serkis, you know he did Gollum.
Yeah.
Then he could turn around and do Planet of the Apes, Caesar, and do it perfectly.
And the Claw in Ultron.
Exactly.
I really liked Ultron as a character. A lot of people shit on him, but I'm like, I thought he was great.
I kind of prefer Ultron being like a snarky villain.
It makes sense. He's made by fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah.
The most believable part of that movie was Ultron got on the internet and within 5 seconds decided Earth needed to be destroyed.
Really funny.
Yeah. He probably just took a second, looked at YouTube, and then was like, "I'm done."
Yeah.
Hans really not in this.
And that part of YouTube already? That's a record.
Yeah, 5 seconds. Yep, time to destroy humanity. Well, that was fast.
All right.
That escalated quickly.
This way.
Another one that I wasn't expecting to be good, Daniel Craig as Bond, being more violent than the gadgeteer suave.
I knew he would be good because I thought he was really good in the movie Layer Cake.
If you insist.
Well, see, this is coming from people who've never seen him in anything beforehand. Like me, I didn't see him in anything beforehand. So when I saw him, I'm just like, I don't see
All I knew from him beforehand is that he had a bit part as almost like it's a comedic role in one of the Tomb Raider movies.
Yeah.
That's essentially all I really knew him from. Then I find out he's going to be Bond following Pierce Brosnan, who in my mind was one of the best Bonds at the time. And he's going to throw away most of his gadgets and humor for more of a more brutal action Bond, and he killed it.
Yep.
Oh, what was another one?
My brain's dying on me. I know he's one of the Chris's. Played Star-Lord?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt,
Yes.
thank you. I think he would make a great Indiana Jones if they decide to reboot the series.
Well, sure, he has the charm for it.
Yeah.
That's another person who I could see do Hal Jordan fairly decently.
He was one of the reasons why Jurassic World was as good as
Well,
it
that
was.
and the final fight between the Indominus Rex and the T-Rex and the Raptor and the Mosasaurus.
Well, yeah. Even though that was absolute nonsense, it was still.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. That was the best part of the entire movie. That's the best part of the entire Jurassic Park franchise, barring parts of the original.
Well, also barring parts, Chris Pratt riding along Velociraptors in a motorbike, you could just feel the testosterone growing
That
right
was
there.
cool, but that final fight, like, sold the entire franchise, in my opinion. Especially with, you notice how as the T-Rex is charging for it, it crashes through a Spinosaurus skeleton?
Yeah.
My dental picking pretty.
Which is a nice middle finger to Jurassic Park 3.
Yep.
Speaking of bad movies, what movie franchise did you see that they were announcing that you thought, oh man, this will be so awesome, and then completely tanked at the box office?
Do you mean just sequel or movie franchise or
Movie franchises, like for example, Transformers.
So any franchise, in addition to a franchise or any standalone movie you look at and you say, this is going to be awesome. You see it, it's, oh god, this is
I have a very weird relationship with the Transformers franchise. I thought the first movie was good. I think the action is fun. I don't like them as movies. I don't think they're good, but I appreciate them for keeping Transformers in the public eye to keep the franchise going. So the Transformers, like the IW comics and the actual figure lines they come out with, they keep that going strong. The movies do a good job of that. So I love them for that.
You know, I completely agree. I just mean like that, like just for example, series that you know about and you really like, and they just like decide to, I don't know, reboot it or make a movie franchise out of it, and you're like, oh man, that's gonna be so cool, and then it turns out like, I don't know, Twilight, for example.
So basically, the idea is biggest disappointment in a movie I was looking forward to.
Yeah,
Suicide Squad.
Way ahead of you, boss.
Yeah, I agree.
I had parts of Batman v Superman I still enjoyed, but I thought Suicide Squad was like...
The only worthwhile part of that was having Margot Robbie as...
I was gonna say Will Smith was the only good part of it.
Well, I think both Margot Robbie and Will Smith were good in the end.
I think, here's the thing, why was Harley Quinn there? She was good with the pistol? They should have played up the Joker tech with her. Like, have her use playing cards that cut things in half, or throw acid grenades or shit like that.
Or just the baseball bat or giant mallet. The problem was that they mishandled the Joker so badly.
They should have played up Killer Croc as a monster more than a brute. They should have had him, like, tear off a door of a car and bash something in half. They should have had to bite off one of the heads of one of the monsters.
I'm sorry, I'm more disappointed in the fact that they played Harley Quinn more as basically a sex icon than her actual role. Like, she was a psychiatrist before she met the Joker, for example.
I would normally agree with you, except I do have to admit that movie does have the healthiest relationship between Harley and Joker.
But that...
It's not really supposed to be healthy.
Yeah!
In the first place,
no, but like, here's the reason why I want it to be a healthy relationship. I get so tired of seeing people idolize Joker and Harley Quinn's relationship
when it's abusive.
One of the most toxic, abusive relationships in existence. I'm glad they had an instance of it being a villainous but good relationship. Let's face it.
Agreed.
I'm so glad they had that, so that I can just feel better for the people who idolize what is just one of the worst things ever.
I will be fair here, at least in the comics, Harley has actually broken away from the Joker now.
Oh, I do love the relationship between her and Ivy.
Yeah. Because they kind of do. Because they kind of do hint towards it in the animated series.
Yeah.
If it ended up being canon, I don't think anyone would really be surprised.
It is canon.
Oh well, good.
Well, now it is.
In the new 52, there's a bit where they wake up and it's clear they had sex.
Yeah.
Like they wake up in the same bed and Harley is like half naked.
Fair enough.
And
I mean, even like before the new 52, if they would have announced it as canon, no one would really.
That's the first time they made it explicitly canon.
Yeah, they made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean explicit like naked, but that's the first time it was confirmed they had a relationship of at least either at least physical, but probably romantic as well.
Yeah.
Anyways, what else?
What
movie
other movie franchise?
Biggest disappointments in movies.
Yeah, Matrix Revolutions.
I still enjoyed it the first time I saw it.
I didn't. I did until I got to the flying Neo Dragon Ball fight.
I mean,
I was okay with that.
That was silly and bad, but I still had a good time watching the movie.
Yeah, like action scenes are fine.
Leave going, oh man, this was fantastic. But I'm like,
I didn't like the way it ended.
I'm still glad I saw it.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it, but I didn't like the way it ended.
It didn't hold up to the first one. It really didn't. The second one was up and down.
It was like it was
still
going
on
up.
A high point.
Like for 3, it looks like it was going up, and then it suddenly just died before it hit climax.
Yeah.
That's what really bothered me.
I want to say, for the sake of argument, the Alien vs. Predator series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alien vs. Predator Requiem, I agree with you. I actually really enjoyed the first Alien vs. Predator movie.
Yeah, the first one's a guilty pleasure, and I do love it. And I do.
The second one, it's a slasher flick starring Predator and Alien. I'm like, what the fuck?
Technically, so was the first one too.
No,
Here we have Alien versus
slasher.
Predator versus fleshy human munchling.
No,
as
that was like,
But as a concept, like as an idea, Alien vs. Predator Requiem is not terrible. Like, the Pred Alien as a concept is not bad. They just implemented it poorly.
Everything in that movie is implemented poorly.
Yeah, and then there's one part in the movie that really rustled my jimmies to the point where I disliked the movie as a result of that. The Pred Alien attacks a pregnant woman.
It doesn't attack her. It feeds her his eggs and its eggs into her.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. That scene rustled my jimmies to the point where I despise the movie for it.
I was so checked out of the movie at that point, I couldn't even bring myself to care.
Why are you talking about sprinkles?
What?
What?
Oh yeah, Jimmy's got you. Yeah.
What?
Jimmy's or sprinkles.
You've a task.
That must be an American thing then. I've never heard it here.
It's it's a New England thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically...
First I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I know about it is because of Kids Next Door.
Yeah, me too.
Hurry up!
Yeah.
If you insist.
I don't remember.
The Delightful Children from Down the Lane have an episode where they and number 5 are fighting over like the ultimate ice cream. And like, oh, we're gonna put Jimmy's on it, and she's like, first of all, it's called sprinkles. Second of all, you don't put anything on the best ice cream.
I'll throw this out for sake of argument. Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
When finding out that Venom would be in the movie, everyone was happy.
They were
and
doing
excited.
so good with Tobey Maguire, and then they made Tobey Maguire an emo jack-off who liked...
Biggest disappointment I've seen in the Spider-Man franchise was The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It
Yeah,
had
that one
genuine
too.
moments of terrible acting in it. Like, except for
Like,
Jamie
Spider-Man
Foxx's
1 was
Electro,
so
I thought
good.
it was awful.
They had such a good thing going, and then they threw it all away in 2.
So
I thought
the first
Jamie
one
Foxx's Electro
wasn't
was the
that
only good
bad.
part of that movie.
Yeah, although he was
Agreed.
pretty much a copy of Edward Nygma in Batman Forever.
I don't care. He was awesome.
Yeah, it was fine for what it was. I feel like them having Harry Osborn there was like not necessary.
Now I might be tainted because I do also love the musical theme for Electro in that movie. I
agree with you.
I adore Hans Zimmer. He can do no wrong in my eyes.
I agree with you right there, man.
Well, I can at least
sorry,
say
but-
one good thing about Amazing Spider-Man 2 being a flop. It gave us Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just tired of Spider-Man, honestly.
I'm tired
I'm
of
glad
X-Men
that in
too.
Homecoming they didn't kill Uncle Ben for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, I'm glad in Homecoming they didn't decide to retell the story
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
It's not an origin story. Hooray!
Yeah, finally.
Everyone knows the story of Batman, Superman, and Spider-Man. Can we move on, please?
Actually,
Exactly
I
what
will
they did
pose
with
this
Homecoming
question.
one.
I will pose this question to you because my friend Andrew and I have discussed before. Because of Spider-Man: Homecoming, like doing a villain that hasn't been done on the screen, what villain would you like to see as a Spider-Man
Deathstroke.
villain in the next movies?
I don't even care if it's the wrong universe. I want Deathstroke in a movie.
Mysterio.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, Mysterio would be great because he's
Yeah.
never actually really appeared.
Yeah, I would love to see
I
Mysterio.
don't think they could have a movie with Mysterio as the main villain. I could see him as a secondary villain though.
So could I. Like, I can't really see him as a main villain either, but having him in there would be a big one.
Well, okay, how about this? A character who's never appeared in a Spider-Man anything except for the 1980s one as a major villain for him.
Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah,
I want
Kraven the Hunter.
Both.
Technically, the Kingpin was in Daredevil because he was a shared villain between the two.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Now he's Daredevil's main.
Yeah.
But I can see Mysterio being a main villain, but for one reason. Because of our modern day technology, his magician's tricks can actually be very well implemented.
So, like, kind of combining it with the sonar thing that Batman had in Dark Knight 2. In the Dark
Something
Knight.
like that. Because, like, in the olden days, you have to use, like, old standard magician's tricks. I'm thinking more like him using his magician's tricks from the cartoon, Spectacular Spider-Man.
That would be interesting.
Like, he could go full VR if he wanted
Yeah,
to.
even that.
The only problem is, the reason I say you can't have Mysterio be the main villain of a movie and be convincing is Mysterio has never been like you can't have a good climactic fight with him.
Yeah,
fair enough.
That's
He's
why
just
I
about
think
the fishbowl on
he'd
his
make a
head.
good secondary villain, a part of a villainous team up. I'd say.
As a dragon, yeah, definitely.
What would you have me? All right, all right. Never had.
I would love to see Kraven the Hunter though. I'm gonna be perfect.
Kraven the Hunter would be good.
If we get, since we're getting Agent Venom coming out, I would love to see Carnage or any of the other.
I think he's going to be in the Agent Venom movie.
I don't.
No, you want to know what I want to see?
I love Carnage.
Even though,
I don't want to see him in a movie.
You know what I want to see? I know this is not a lot of people's first choice, but I'd love to see them try and tackle or at least make better Clone Saga.
Yeah. I do.
At least
love,
make it more.
I do
At least
love
make it
Ben
more
Reilly's
make sense.
Scarlet Spider outfit. It's both of them.
I totally do too. Or at least I don't know. I mean, if they're going to, reboot the Spider-Man, when I heard them talk about Spider-Man coming back, I'm like, oh please be Miles Morales Spider-Man. That's what I was hoping.
See, now I'm trying to think of Spider-Man villains they haven't done before, or that even they could do better. Because I'd love to see Rhino be better.
I don't consider them having done Rhino as a villain yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's true.
Have they even done Cyclone?
Who?
I don't know. Like, it's some mutants that can create cyclones.
They
from
can't use
body.
mutants, unfortunately.
The Shocker would be good.
Oh man, you know
Shocker,
what? They,
yeah.
You know what they?
Well, Shocker was
Scorpion.
technically in.
You know what they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Scorpion.
You know what they? Considering the fact that they just introduced Mary Jane at the end of Homecoming, what if they did Mephistopheles?
Please, no.
But do
Black
that
Cat.
story correctly.
No.
Black Cat.
That story wasn't done correctly when they did it in the comics.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
No, I don't want that story. I don't want Clone
I don't
Wars
want it either. I don't want another day.
Who?
One more day.
One more day. There we go. Sorry, I tried to blank it out of my mind so hard.
Another Day was the sequel focused on Mary Jane's perspective. And technically we have Mephisto. Mephisto appeared in the Ghost Rider films.
Okay, Brendan.
Okay,
short story long.
No, hang on.
Basically, Spider-Man revealed himself to the public during Civil War as Peter Parker.
Okay, don't.
People started trying to kill him.
Don't care about that. Who the fuck's Mephisto?
He's the devil.
He's basically devil
he
in the
is
Marvel
Marvel's
franchise.
Satan.
Okay. And also now
he
it's clicking in
makes
my head.
a
he's
literal deal with the
devil
devil
in-
to save
what's it called?
his Aunt
Ghost
May's
Rider?
life, but sacrifices his relationship with
Welcome to
Mary
my
Jane.
humble establishment.
I will throw out as a villain. I've seen them do Green Goblin. I'd like to see them try Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin
Yeah.
would be
Sure.
sweet.
Hobgoblin's just Green Goblin. It's like the 5th Green Goblin. They just recolored him at that point.
What about
But I
the
said-
chameleon?
Yes.
I would
I
group
forgot
that with
about him.
Mysterio.
Mis-
that-
like maybe
you can't-
chameleon.
You
be-
can't. You
maybe
can't have him be a primary villain.
Yeah, maybe
What
make
about the-
chameleon the primary villain, and then Mysterio could be like his side, like his main henchman.
Unless they gave him some kind of supernatural disguise ability.
Sinister Six or Fearsome Four?
Oh. You'd have too many villains you try to put into one movie.
And plus, the
Exactly.
majority of the Sinister Six have already been done.
Yeah, I know,
And in
but
the case
there's
of Doc
some
Ock,
off.
done
There's some offshoots.
extraordinarily well.
Yeah.
What about Tombstone?
I don't remember who that is.
How about
Wasn't
you
he-
super
wasn't he
enraged
just,
Hulk?
Wasn't he just a Punisher ripoff? So, we have agreed we all want to see Rhino, Craven, and Scorpion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Craven definitely.
Yeah, Craven's fantastic.
What would you have me do?
That's what I mean.
Maybe have
Fearsome-
Craven team up with the Rhino, only because I don't think the Rhino can hold a movie by himself.
Oh yeah, of course not.
Yeah. And then have like a plot twist
and
where like
Mysterio
Craven
or Craven and Chameleon would both work well.
Mhm.
Because the only one I could see calling the shots is Craven.
Well, that and
Yeah.
Craven and Chameleon team up all the time because they're brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
that
really?
would-
Since when?
Yeah, they were always, I believe. Yeah, or they're half.
I know they're both Russian.
They have some kind of blood relation to each other, and it's like
Okay, I didn't know this.
It doesn't go as like cousins is as far as it goes. They're either brothers or half brothers or something like that. But yeah, Craven and
Okay.
Chameleon are brothers. Like they used the same tribal stuff for the disguise as Craven got his superpowers from.
Okay.
Like when Craven first shows up, he's helping out Chameleon because Chameleon is his brother who called him in to help him.
I can't think of any other decent Spider-Man villains. They're either all one-offs or they're mixed in from elsewhere. The
Oh,
Marvel.
and
Yeah.
Shocker would be a
They
good
don't-
like. second-
Shocker's
Shocker-
already been done.
Yeah, Shocker's been done
Yeah.
at Homecoming.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
Shocker
know that.
was
I'm
teamed
sorry.
up with
I haven't
Vulture.
seen Homecoming.
Yeah, he was like a two-bit villain. He was
He
like
was-
his
okay.
his
His
He was
right-hand
the
man.
second.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
the right.
The
yeah.
dragon. Okay, I
Although-
didn't know that.
Although granted, I will give them this. At the end of Homecoming, they tease Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion would be great. They could have
So
they could
Matt
either have
Gargan,
him
yeah.
be like a superhuman, or they could have him be a mech suit kind of guy. Not mech suit like they did with Rhino. More mech suit
Because
like
Lizard was already done.
Yeah, I was about to say Lizard was done, but I don't know. I never really liked the way they did the Lizard.
Oh, I thought the Lizard was great because I thought the first Amazing Spider-Man was great for the fight scenes because it's the first time I've gotten a sense of Spider-Man fighting with his speed rather than his strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
strong,
that's
but
fair.
speed was his biggest thing. And the Lizard, they did a great job with capturing him in the fights because of that.
Fair enough.
No different from having Doc Ock, Alfred Molina being Doc Ock.
He did a great job. He was hamming it up.
Yeah.
Have they done like the Spider Queen and her assistant at all?
The
Dimensional being.
basically the Spider-Man version of Destiny.
I don't
It's
know.
supposed to be one, but we kind of ran late.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
you've
about. No, they
done
haven't
the
done that because that's kind
half
of
an
that'd be
hour
kind of
to 30
awkward to
minutes.
do.
Yeah, something like that.
Would you think it would be a good idea if they tackled Madam Web?
Yes.
That's what I just asked.
Yeah, that's what he was asking about.
Okay, well I
no.
can. No.
No, don't bring in trans-dimensional shit into mainstream movies.
Yeah, because we're gonna have that one part where like
I felt like Venom was stretching it with him.
All right,
being
how
an
about
alien.
the additional? The ripoff of Catwoman, Black Cat.
yeah.
That you can't have that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's just Black Widow, but Cat.
Yeah. Because I can't really think of any other notable Spider-Man characters that are.
They could definitely bring in the Prowler, who's an ally of Spider-Man.
The guy who made the Spider Slayers, Smythe. Alistair Smythe.
Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah, Cloak and Dagger would be pretty cool. Alistair Smythe, the guy who, it's hard to explain.
Aren't they?
He made
mutants
robots
though,
to
or is that
fight
magic?
Spider.
You must gather your
What?
party
Alistair
before
Smythe?
entering forth.
No, Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger are not mutants, but they are.
I think one is a mutant and one is magic. I think
yeah.
Cloak is magic and Dagger is
Somehow manipulating light.
Yeah, it's a metahuman, I would say. I don't think she's actually a mutant.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think she's a human, but I do know that they would fall, like they would still be able to be used in movie easily.
What would you have me do? All right, all right.
Speaking of a movie I'd like to see be done right, Fantastic Four.
I don't really care about them.
The first one was okay.
The only reason I want a decent Fantastic Four movie is because I love Doctor Doom as a villain.
Well, here's the
whether
thing.
whether they make a good Fantastic Four movie or whether they just put him in a different universe, I really don't care. Just give me a really good Doctor Doom.
That's the problem. Right now in the Marvel universe, the Fantastic Four aren't there.
Exactly.
They've been gone for years. They have dropped all like. The only person who still exists from the Fantastic Four is the Thing.
Yeah.
I really feel like the Fantastic Four is too vanilla white bread to be interesting for a movie series.
Yeah, not anymore anyway.
Yeah, considering the flop that was Fan-4-Stick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I love that everybody insists on calling it that. Like that's I do too.
What does that mean?
It's Fantastic Four, but then the A in the middle of Fantastic is the 4. But it was terrible, so everyone calls it Fant-4-Stick. It's like lucky number S7 Evan.
Yeah. It's like you've seen the Scream franchise, right? So the fourth one that tackles rebooted movies. 4, but the A in Scream is 4, so everyone calls it.
You cut out.
I did? Okay. It's like the Scream franchise, like with Scream 4, the one that tackles the reboot movies. Let's just say, because like the A in Scream 4 is the 4, the A is the 4, so everyone calls it Screform.
Yeah. Kind of like how I was expecting after Too Fast, Too Furious, it was going to be called Three Thrust, Three Thrurious. Now the cars are driving up walls and around cars.
I refer to all the movies as movie number Fast, movie number Furious.
Yeah.
So it's 5 Fast, 5 Furious, 6 Fast, 6 Furious.
The faster and the furious.
Fastest and then slightly more furious than previously.
The furious fasting.
My blade will cut you
The quick and the angry.
Yeah, that. But then the Canadian version, the speedy and mildly perturbed.
Who would you guys? What Spider-Man villain would you guys pick Bryan Cranston for?
Ooh.
Yeah. See, that's I don't really.
Maybe.
The one that I really wanted to see him as in any villain role, either it be Marvel or DC, is I was hoping he'd come in as a surprise villain to Batman v Superman and say, "Hi, I'm Lex Luthor."
Oh yeah, he really wanted to be Lex Luthor, and it's like the idea, what they were trying to do with Jesse Eisenberg, where he was kind of silly and off kilter but still intimidating, except he couldn't be intimidating. Bryan Cranston can do silly and off kilter but still intimidating. Just look at fucking Breaking Bad.
Exactly.
And here's the thing: when they handled Lex Luthor in that movie, I think he said it best.
They wanted the Joker.
Yeah, he said it best when they just wanted to remake the Joker as Lex Luthor.
You know who I think Bryan Cranston can do? He could be Hammer. He could be Hammerhead.
Yeah.
I would love to have Hammerhead as like a cameo villain in one of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
There's no way to take that guy seriously, to be honest.
Oh, but it's Bryan Cranston. He'll find a way to take him seriously.
No, I'm sorry. Even Bryan Cranston can't make that a serious role. But having him be as like a cameo villain who shows up in like a 5-minute scene to show Peter Parker saving people a lot, yeah, that would be good. Like a Batman cold open.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm looking this up because it's really bugging me. I feel like there's another Spider-Man villain that I'm not thinking about right now. It's bothering me. Okay, here's another one. What is a old comic book franchise that you want to see brought back, rebooted, or just done into a movie or something?
I just get them to continue the Young Justice cartoon.
Yes.
And I want a movie with Deathstroke.
I want a Static Shock movie.
That'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Considering today's new
age,
think...
You get Daniel Glover to play Static Shock.
Considering the new age and the new way people act, I would love to see a Street Sharks movie.
I could see that.
I would love to see Gargoyles come back.
Yeah, Gargoyles?
Brendan, you want Duel Masters?
I liked it.
Okay.
Fuck off.
No, I'm just making sure that was your answer. I want a Teen Titans movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the question is, are they gonna butcher it?
I want a proper Teen Titans movie, not Go.
Yeah.
I also want a Justice League, either animated or live action movie that is a 6v3 instead of a 6v6 or a 6v1. I don't want everybody fighting their counterpart in 1v1 battles. I don't want everybody teaming up against one big bad, because then why the hell is Batman even there?
Okay, not a main villain, but Hydro Man.
We've never had a
Sandman only water.
We've never really had a water-themed villain.
In Spider-Man,
the reason why.
I've never really seen a water-themed villain for Spider-Man.
Ooh, that's a good villain that could play top billing. Morlun.
Who?
He was a recent villain. He basically hunted Spider-Man for his spiderish essence.
Oh, so Crave.
Yeah, Crave.
Kind of. He's like a spider essence vampire.
Oh, so Mobius.
Yeah.
Or Carnage in the animated show.
Yeah. Oh wait,
you
that's
can't
one.
use a new...
Morbius.
Mobius isn't a villain.
Yeah, I know, but he would still play a character.
Yeah, okay. You can't have a no-name character as the villain, like, be the main villain. You have to have one of the bigger names. And then
That'd
bring
be
that
like
character
having
on
the
as
Justice
secondary.
League, having Steppenwolf as the main villain.
Steppenwolf is... the reason they picked Steppenwolf is he's a stepping stone to Darkseid.
Exactly.
He's a stepping
Bryan
stone.
Cranston as Tombstone?
Well, the problem with having Steppenwolf instead of Darkseid is that he's just Steppenwolf Light. It's Darkseid Light, and oh, you've beaten Darkseid Light. Here's Darkseid. Oh, we're just going to do the same thing we did before.
It'll be Steppenwolf, then Thanos, then Darkseid.
Well, Thanos.
Thanos was created as a carbon copy of Darkseid. Come on.
Yeah.
He's much different nowadays, but...
Because honestly, Justice League could fight pretty much anyone from the DC universe. They could fight the Legion of Doom. They could fight Brainiac.
I don't want to see Brainiac brought into the movie. Especially not after Ultron.
Yeah, well. Just saying, those would be more credible villains than a B-lister.
Like I said, I think they should do like a 6v3. Bring in like have Deathstroke as the three tactical people. Like you could do Deathstroke, you could do who'd be a good Superman villain.
All right.
As part of a
Superman villain?
Yeah, as part class villain, as part of a team up.
Gorilla Grodd.
No, that's Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Flash.
Like who's a heavy hitter?
Brainiac.
I want to say Solomon Grundy, but that's Batman.
No, that'd be fine. Solomon Grundy is Justice League character. I would give him that. You could have like Solomon Grundy, Deathstroke, and then
will relieve the fears of the terrorized folk of Nashkel.
Who would you have as a
But
third
you
villain?
remain
It'd
uneasy.
be like a middle ground between
Token
the two.
female
You
villain.
indeed have caused the evils that befell the mind.
But like the idea is like
shortage
you'd
of
have
iron is too
Batman
widespread to
and
be
Green
his doing
Arrow
alone.
fighting Deathstroke, while Superman and Wonder Woman fight Solomon Grundy, and Cyborg and Aquaman fight this person over here.
Yeah.
Like you have power tiers for the characters, and it's like Deathstroke could conceivably fuck up a fight between Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Solomon Grundy. But you could also conceivably see Green Arrow and Batman teaming up and taking down Deathstroke.
For I have languished in these dismal vaults too long.
I don't want to keep like Justice League Doom was great, but I don't want to see everyone in the Justice League fights their evil counterpart.
That's a character that's appeared as a big Spider-Man villain for a little while. Mr. Negative.
You're Mr.
Recently.
Negative.
He basically ends up creating anti-Venom at one point. Through his interaction with Eddie Brock's latent Venom cells.
On the list of Spider-Man villains, that's along going to Batman and suggesting Calendar Man be a villain.
I know, but I've been scrolling down the list because there are a lot of useless villains on this list. It's Spider-Man. He's a street hero.
Yeah. Honestly, a person with a gun is good enough, really, for Spider-Man. And Batman, for that matter, too.
We're all doomed.
I still say Morbius would be great, but only as, like...
It's not like they have
an
Superman
anti-hero,
powers
not a
sometimes.
villain. Like, it would still be a good story.
So you want Spider-Man v Morbius, where halfway through they have to go fight Doomsday.
Please don't do that to me.
That's basically what you're describing you want, though.
Not really. I actually just...
Why
can't they just tell the story of Morbius without actually having a huge, like, third party?
So hard. It'd be so hard to take
Mobius
Mobius seriously after Twilight and Blade. Blade was great, but it'd be so hard to take him seriously as a character.
But he's a scientific vampire, not a stupid...
Yeah. You can try to argue that all you want. People
They
wouldn't
tried
take it
doing
seriously.
the anti-hero bit with, reformed new Green Goblin will team up with Spider-Man to fight Venom and Sandman in Spider-Man 3. They tried that, and look how well that went.
Okay, fine.
Like, you're not going to be able to have Morbius feature in a movie without having everyone compare him to Blade constantly.
You know what terrifies me the most? I've been scrolling down this giant list. Something Goblin has appeared at least
that's
over
why I don't
6
want
or
to see
7 times.
Hobgoblin.
He is dead in your dreams, as in life. The phantom of your...
What would you have me
what?
do? All right, all right.
I said
At one
that's
point,
why I don't
Spider-Woman
want
was
to
a
see
villain?
Hobgoblin.
At one point, Spider-Woman was a villain?
A Spider-Woman, sure.
No, the Spider-Woman. The one who turns into Captain Marvel. No.
Oh, yeah. Did we mention Willem Dafoe on our ham list? Because Willem
Yeah,
Dafoe...
he's extremely hammy.
Like Willem Dafoe in every quote-unquote serious movie.
As soon as I saw him in that Power Rangers getup, I'm like, okay, this movie is not going to be serious.
I know. How about Kangaroo?
Was Stiltman, Spider-Man, or Batman?
Your wish?
Anyways, I think we've exhausted Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, we kind of have.
Oh, hey,
there's
Silverman.
one that I there's one that I have in mind. He's not Spider-Man villain, but it could tie him in with Deadpool. Because he and Spider-Man and Deadpool do team up a lot.
Yeah, they're...
He could fight Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Taskmaster would be fine, yeah.
That's
Taskmaster
the beauty of the Marvel
Taskmaster is
universe.
a normal-ish human who I could see going toe-to-toe with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the beauty of the Marvel universe. That's actually a proper Marvel universe where everything can intermix and it's fine.
What about Spot?
Taskmaster is his own thing. He just happens to get associated with Deadpool because they're both mercenaries, and therefore, much like Deadpool and Bullseye associate.
Yeah. You can't really call him a villain, yet at the same time, he's not really on the side of...
Taskmaster is definitely a villainous mercenary, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. At least in compared to Deadpool and what else, but... He's not, like, evil for evil's sake.
my idea for a Deadpool movie was going to be like this, basically the plot of Arkham Origins, where like this one villain hires like 6 other mercenaries to go take somebody out, and like my idea was that Taskmaster and Deadpool were going to be on the list, and then it was going to be 4 other Marvel mercenaries who were kind of no name, and like rather than each go after the hero individually, Deadpool would just systematically eliminate the competition. But like Taskmaster would watch the fight all the way, every fight he gets in, and then like the final fight would be between him and Taskmaster, with Taskmaster copying everyone's moves throughout the movie.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Quick question: the Tinkerer. He's not specifically a Spider-Man villain, but I don't really see him in any other.
You need a bigger name. I have.
No. I meant as like a supplier of weapons.
Sure.
You must gather your party.
I thought we said we had moved on from Spider-Man.
Yeah, we kind of.
Oh, we did. Oh, I'm sorry.
Like 4 times now, and you keep bringing up like people none of us have ever heard of.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
Very well.
The Deadpool movie I kind of want to see is him interchanged with the X-Men. He's like, okay, we finally got our PG-13 movie. We get one F word, and Wolverine blows it, and it pisses off Ryan Reynolds. And yes, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Hell, they handled that so well in the Deadpool movie. Oh wow, it's like you didn't have a budget for extra X-Men.
And the bit where he has the Hugh Jackman mask at the end.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
All right, all right.
They cut their budgets so they conveniently leave all the guns.
Yeah, that's actually really funny. Also, it's kind of obvious that, from my perspective, after the opening scene, one of the first scenes they really worked on was the fight between Colossus and Angel Dust.
Hurry up!
Yeah.
Because, like, once you remove the entire opening exchange scene, and you remove that fight, everything else is so much lower quality by comparison.
Oh, later, Liam.
He left a little while ago.
Yeah, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Technically, it is Sunday.
So dark.
But that's the beauty of Deadpool. You could put him in literally in any Marvel universe, any Marvel section of the Marvel universe. And he'd work well.
I adore the fight between Colossus and Angel Dust. I think it's like one of the best. Like, you really feel the weight of the entire fight.
Your wish? Very well.
Can you see Deadpool slumming it with the Avengers? Of course I can.
Yeah.
Can you see Deadpool slumming it with the X-Men? Of course you can. Can you see Deadpool slumming it with...
All right, all right.
Insert column A from Marvel Universe. The Hulk. Spider-Man. They're best buddies.
I would love to see Deadpool vs. Deathstroke as a movie.
I don't see him going with the Inhumans. They would consider him way too unhinged.
Look, all I want you to say, just one little thing. Spatula.
What would you have me do?
Spatula.
All right, all right.
Spatula.
Okay, now all I'm thinking of is Sonny. Thank you.
Talking to, what's his name? Black
I'll
Bolt?
think you're not to disturb
What?
my work.
Who's the leader of the Inhumans? Am I thinking of someone else, maybe? Who, like, every time he talks, leaves such a concussive force that, like, levels battlefields? So
Yes,
he never
you're talking about,
Isn't it Black Bolt?
Yeah, Black Bolt.
Okay, yeah.
He's got, powers besides his voice, like he actually can emit some sort of ray from the little antenna on his head.
Yeah, but that was that. And Marvel Ultimate Alliance, there was that exchange. If you have Deadpool on your party, he tries to convince Black Bolt to say spatula.
Yeah.
The fact they put Banshee in the X-Men movies was just glorious.
Mm-hmm. I will give the X-Men franchise this. If you pull Wolverine out of the picture, they don't do mirror match fights at all.
Very well.
No.
What do you mean?
Like,
even matchups.
Like, Wolverine fights Sabretooth, Wolverine fights Lady Deathstroke, all that shit. Once you pull out Wolverine, though, you don't have anybody fighting basically their evil counterpart, other than maybe X3 when you had Pyro and Iceman fight. But like, you don't have Magneto fight a superpowered Jean Grey or Polaris. You don't have Cyclops go up against Havoc.
No, we get Storm against Toad.
Yeah, like.
Which was the stupidest.
No, there's a reason. There's a reason why, even though it still doesn't make sense afterwards, they removed a scene that makes her statements make more sense. But even then, it's still lame.
He has a running gag where he's like, "Do you know what happens to this?" And it's like, he constantly does like random Toad facts related to kicking someone in the face, basically.
Yeah.
It's like a running gag he has.
All right.
Yeah, and they took that entire thing out and just kept in. You know what happens to toads that get struck by lightning?
No,
Same
but I
thing
now know that
else.
have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Yeah,
no
he
longer
said
the
you're gay.
stupidest thing said in a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The stupidest thing I ever said in a superhero movie was, "What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age."
But again, I don't take that movie seriously.
Okay.
No.
Everyone was.
No. The stupidest thing ever muttered in a superhero movie is, "Why did you say Martha? Why did you say that name?"
Oh,
yes.
Have you seen that? Like, okay, one sec.
Jeez, calm down.
And here's my question: How did Luther find out?
That wasn't me.
Batman's identity, and then never uses it.
Sorry, I had to say it with the same level of dedication that Ben Affleck put into it.
Okay, then you're.
The thing is, as much as people love to make fun of that scene because of how silly it is, that made perfect sense to me.
Hey, look,
Honestly,
it's
at
just
least
like
it's better than the Bale voice.
It's just like when I'm trying to defend Titus when he does the laugh.
What would you have?
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but it made sense in context.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't make fun of it because I say, "Oh, look, this is proof that the game is terrible." I make fun of it because it's funny as shit. And I like quoting it.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
Same with the Bale voice.
Where's
the mom? Where's Rachel? Okay, we know you're Batman. You can stop with the Bale voice now. Exactly.
I'm not worried.
Funny to do.
No time to chit. What would you have?
Where are they?
Where's Harvey Dent?
Wow, my phone is dying when the battery says it's at 99%. That is the worst.
Huh. I think your phone might be a drama queen.
Your wish?
You lost 1% from 100. Oh, I can't go.
No, my phone.
I don't know. I think it fits right in with Shike.
Fuck you. My phone is like 7 months beyond needing to be replaced. To be honest.
I love you, Shike.
I only have one rule.
There are no rules.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
No killing.
Proceeds to smash face into the wall.
No killing.
Yeah, I like how he's like no killing, and he does all of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City with that stuff.
That was the best thing I'd ever seen was when Team 4-Star did Arkham Knight. They were doing the Bale voice when he's smashing his no killing, smash his head into the windshield. No problem. Why not?
He's totally still alive.
Yeah.
Okay, who was
You
talking?
realize if you knock somebody out for that long, they're like clinically either in a coma or like they should really be on life support.
Who was talking about the Martha line? Because you should look at that comic I just posted in Video's music tab.
Yeah, that was me. I'll take a look.
Leaps up, cuts off a chandelier, smashes it on the person's head.
No killing.
Yeah.
I am death come for thee.
The fact that they were just having absolute fun with the Bale voice is
quicker.
Perfect.
By the way, I think I'm gonna keep doing the Batman voice the rest of the night.
No.
Oh, now you doing the Bat voice, it reminds me of those funny Bat Dad segments that I've seen on.
I love Bat Dad. Bat Dad is so
your
good.
homework.
You know what I find is funnier when he gets his son a mask And the kids started doing it too. So did you do your homework? Yes, Dad!
There was another one that had a kid, like, wearing a bat mask. And, like, his mom's like, hey, honey, what do you want for dinner? Comes up behind her and chokes her, and he's like, justice! With a side order of spaghetti! How does Batman order his
sensual
drinks?
monk uses mind, body, and spirit in equal
doesn't.
proportion
He does.
to prove his master.
Just ice.
Save it for temple school, boy. If you're not gonna fight
Should have
nobody,
seen that one coming. Should have
Uh,
seen that one coming a mile away.
that sounds like a tick joke.
It is not always easy.
You see, that's why
That's
it's called
another
justice,
series
because it's
That's
just
an-
us.
That is a series I would love to see rebooted or brought back as a movie or a, like a one-shot, is The Tick.
Yeah, that's
Oh no, you're not telling me you've never heard of The Tick.
Sorry.
Okay.
you're right, I'm not.
Brendan, do you know the Crimson Chin from Fairly Odd Parents?
Yes.
That was based off of The Tick.
Have any of you guys watched the cartoon Transformers series called Transformers Animated?
Yes.
They have his voice actor play Sentinel Prime, and he is like 98% based on The Tick.
That is so good!
I might have to rewatch that series.
Ditto! Oh, that's so good. Okay, Jojo, it's your turn. We're gonna take a quick break just to change the inputs, and we'll be back with, what was the game again?
Cuphead.
Cuphead!
We'll be back with Cuphead.
Click the "We'll be back" in mute.
I'm still the odd duck out.
We'll be back right there.